even do this kind of things, because it's difficult to manage. 32v32 is very difficult to manage, and bring
Excellent.
32v32 64 players in one
Hmm.
game, and we are not even
Yeah.
counting the backups here, right? So that's in itself is a big deal. But see, in Battlefield,
Yeah.
it's possible.
Right, it is. Okay. So let's just introduce some people. Can you introduce some people who are actually playing this game at the moment?
Yeah, that there is a plethora of, like, the list I have to go down to. But the thing is that Battlefield India itself has a lot of clans which are
Mm-hmm.
within it. So primarily
Mm-hmm.
we can say 55th Squadron and the 45th
55th
Squadron, the
squad.
18th Squadron and the
Yeah.
65th Squadron. So these squads
Roger.
are
Mm-hmm.
Battlefield India squadrons, and the f- all of them come together when it's an international event. So
Okay.
these are the folks, like you can see like old names like John Rambo, you can see Tune Cyborg, you can see BK
Yes.
Strat, and you can see Hero. These are like the old veterans, like playing since Bad Company 2. We have Jerry
Right.
Mouse, we have Havoc, we have Meow Meow, we
Mm-hmm.
have Killer, we have
Mm-hmm.
Lord Bonkai, we have Lassan, we have Goldeneye, like very senior player, I would say, and
Wonderful.
hell, some new players as well, and Capitan, Sergeant Levi,
Mm-hmm.
and Boogeyman, Exodus. Nick Kickass is also a senior player, very senior player, a teacher actually,
Wow.
I would say. So such players in Battlefield we can see.
Wonderful, wonderful. You just mentioned that there is a hierarchy of platoons, 45th you mentioned, and other squadrons you mentioned, right?
Hmm.
So, are there also team leaders for these, the squadron leaders for these? Are there squadron leaders who are heading these teams?
Yeah,
Who are the squadron leaders for these teams?
Uh, see, the squad leaders for this team, what we have done is, and this is a very, like, I'm just saying about how we feel about it more than how it is. I would say that,
Yes.
mostly in clans in India, what we see is that they break up very easily, sometimes due to the players, and most of the times due to the clan leaders. Uh,
Right.
the clan leaders go inactive, and then the leaders sometimes feel that, no, it shouldn't be like this. Or maybe
Right.
all of a sudden there are two clan leaders who popped up and they fought, and then it got divided. For these squads, we have ensured that there is not just one leader, right?
Right.
Based on the situation and the game, the leaders keep swapping, like anybody can take up, right? We can see
Yep.
here that John Rambo, in the team one, we can see Lord Bonkai, Flying Havoc, we can see Meow Meow, we can see Flying Killer. The
Yeah.
leader for them is Meow Meow, so everybody's gonna follow Meow Meow. So
Okay.
it's team one is based off squad one and two. Then squad 3 and 4 is team two, like that, because it's 32 with 32. So the
Did
squad
you just
leaders,
did you just say meow meow?
Meow Meow, yeah, Meow Meow is his name.
Oh
Uh,
wow, that's fascinating.
yeah, Meow Meow is his name. We have been asking Meow Meow to change his name, but uh, this is the interesting fact is Meow Meow is the son of
Yeah.
Valorous, and
Oh,
Valorous
I
is
know
already a
him.
Battlefield
I know Valorous.
veteran.
Yes, 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 he
Battlefield
is for
veteran.
sure.
So this is the second generation of Battlefield India, I would say.
Now, when you've actually spoken of generations, please tell me what is the average age group in the Battlefield India community? Like, what is the age range and the average age group for the players here?
The age range, I would say, is from 16 to 48.
Whoa, nice! I love that. I love that. Very nice.
And there are, like, I can see at least three or four folks who are like around like 42 to 44. Like 42 to
42 to 44.
yeah,
Hmm,
yeah,
nice, nice,
almost like
nice.
three to four folks here who are 42 to 44, and like then we have like folks from 30 to 35, like eight of them, I think, 30 to 35, and then some are also like 18 and 16.
Okay, wonderful.
And when
That's
these
awesome.
people,
That's really good. Hmm.
yeah, and then these guys, when they're talking in the game, no, they just forget it. The best, I would want to say that, the senior folks, they don't mind, right? If sometimes we say, hey, GoldenEye, go do and do this. Hey, Rambo, give me ammo and all that. So, we are
Yeah.
very, they give this, opportunity, or this, they allow folks, like that. It's a game. It's no senior, no junior. We are all equal right here. But when it comes
Right.
to mentoring, we do that to the newer
Wonderful.
ones. And I would also say that some of the junior most folks have turned out to be some of the most mature folks in the community. If you see Lord Bonkai, if you see Meow Meow himself, so is like around 18 or 19.
Yeah.
But the kind of maturity that you get from them, Like it is not
Yeah.
expected at this age. So something which is surprised us as well, that in Battlefield communities mostly we'll see that even if it's not just age. That's how I would want to say it or put it.
Do you see Daka flexing? Look at that.
Oh, amazing!
Look at this, man. This is amazing, man. I think he knows we're.
But
I think the world is watching him right now. He knows that the world is watching him, right?
oh, so like somebody broke the statue first. Ah, yeah, there is no statue. I can see the legs.
Wonderful. All right, flying officer. Let's talk about the event today. So it is a 32 versus 32 India versus Indonesia community event. Can you tell us about the map lineup? What maps are we going to play, and what are the modes we are playing today?
Oh, there is too much. There is too much. So I'll just go. I'll have to go and refer back to the list.
Okay.
So firstly, we are going to play Almarj. Almarj is a desert map, and
Right.
it's a conquest. So that's a
Okay.
first map, and then we are going to play is this is I'm
This
forgetting the
is
name.
Rambo dying, and he's dead.
Yeah. So we are playing Devastation. We are playing
Okay.
Rotterdam. we,
Rotterdam.
we, we are
Okay.
playing Iwo Jima, and then we are
Iwo
playing
Jima.
is the
Oh, my
Pacific
favorite one.
Storm.
Pacific Storm. Okay, cool.
This is Iwo Jima and
So,
Pacific Storm. Yeah, these are the maps.
so we're playing 4 maps. That's wonderful, and all of them are conquest. And do you have any idea of the ticket counts?
And but that's, I think, ticket count would vary, right, for map to map.
Maybe, I'm not so sure. But yeah,
Yeah.
all right. So we have a conquest matchup coming up on Devastation, Al Merge, and then we have Pacific Storm, and we also play Iwo Jima. You know, out of these maps, actually, personally speaking, Iwo Jima is my favorite map for now. You know
Yeah.
why? Because it reminds me of a movie called Saving Private Ryan. You know, I think I might have said this many times ago,
Yes,
but it's a complete movie experience. And I'll tell you something else. This map was also there in Battlefield 1942, if you remember.
Absolutely. Yes. Played it a
But
lot.
yeah,
Played it
but
a
I
lot
don't
for
think it was
hours.
called. I'm not so sure what it was called, but I think it was called Normandy. Maybe I'm not so sure, but it was Iwo Jima or not. But maybe it was Normandy or something.
No, I think it was
Not
Iwo
sure.
Jima. It was Iwo
It
Jima.
was.
Yeah.
It was Iwo
It
Jima.
was
Yeah,
clearly
probably
Iwo
then.
Jima, and the map actually in those days it was we didn't and we were not prepared for such a game with such huge maps.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
the moment I popped into Battlefield 1940, and I said, "What? This is the new world on its own, and so many folks playing, 64 folks playing in the same game." It was impossible to imagine at that point in time. And Iwo Jima at that point in time, trust me, if you go back to the game today, yeah, the graphics may look a little dated, but the experience in itself, it might
Yep.
actually, give you goosebumps. And the
I
Iwo
don't know.
Jima,
You might be surprised and may actually laugh on me if I say and tell you that I still go play Battlefield 2. Even after these so many years, that game was released back in 2005, but I still go and play that game sometimes.
yeah, I have seen you playing Battlefield 2, and for Battlefield 2, I would say the love is so much that there are
Yep.
communities which are not just playing it; they are in esports when it comes to Battlefield 2. They have
Yep.
they are
There are
hosting their own servers and regular admins for Battlefield 2, a game which is released in 2005.
5. Yeah.
It released in bits and pieces actually somewhere in 2004 and then 2005, and then it got its expansions, right. uh, so but still people are, if we are talking about like 16, 15, 16 years, and still people are having this esports tournaments, people are having this regular servers hosted, there are regular
Yep.
players who just play Battlefield 2
Yes.
till date.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. This game is such, man. It's a beautiful game. This game, Battlefield, the Battlefield game itself, depicts a formula, a format, and an experience all on its own. So if you talk about Battlefield, you instantly get to know what you are being served. And with the new anticipated hype for the Battlefield 2042, I think things are going to be a lot crazier, because especially when they're hosting the other, those previous maps from the previous games, they're going to be all there under one game. It's going to be a very, very crazy experience. I think it's going to be
Absolutely, yes.
a brilliant time. It's going to be a silver age, golden age for Battlefield with 2042 dropping in.
Yeah, absolutely. Battlefield 2042 at least is hoping to revive the entire
Yeah.
Battlefield franchise. I would say it's a more like a revamp. And I was really excited when I saw they bringing the Battlefield 1942 maps back. in Battlefield
Yep.
1942. So
That's so true.
that was like really amazing to see, and they are just combining everything into one with the new Battlefield game that is about to release in October 2021 this year. So
Okay.
there, I was less tantalized with this thing that you can have and one team having this World War II weapons, and then the other team having a modern weapons, and you can make like plethora of different combinations. You can do all that. It's more like, actually, the name gives justice to it. It's portal. It's portaling through the time and meeting a modern soldier to fight with. So
I still think that you're pretty serious on that. But if I would do such a thing, I would actually make a C4 only map. Probably that would be something of the line. Boom, bomb everywhere. Anyway, so is this the warm up round, or is this just still people joining in?
yeah, I think the warm up round is already started, and they're warming up already. And
Don't
not
really,
sure.
okay. Not really think so. Then they're dancing. Some of them are dancing around. Okay, so tell me about the community till that time, Flying Officer. I've seen the community grow from starting one person, which is you, to a huge, whopping more than 3,500 people right now on the Discord itself, right? So, how do you feel the growth has been? Do you think the people who have joined up on the community are dedicated players, or they still just join for seeing what the thing is happening, or they are like they're completely into Battlefield? What do you say about that?
Yeah, thanks for elaborating this, because when you asked that, how do you see the community grow? I was
Yeah.
about to answer, mathematically, it's exponential. Mathematically, the growth has been
Let's
exponential.
not talk maths. Let's not talk maths. Okay.
But then when you elaborate it further, and when the question is as precise as, how do you see the people, like what kind of people
Yes.
join in? Are they Battlefield
Yes.
players? So
Yes.
yes, I would say most of the folks who happen to get into this till this Discord, getting to this Discord itself, I won't say it's very easy for some of the folks who have been playing like since 10 years. No, a lot of them don't even know what Discord is, but most of them are those people who are hunting for, like, I just want one more player to squad up with, team up with, like, and I'm
Yeah.
so happy to find a community. And they were actually
Right.
searching for a community which was playing Battlefield. And the Indians, especially the Indian crowd, when they see this community, they get surprised, they get jaw-dropping experience for them, that how is it possible,
Wow.
man? Where were you folks? And we say, where were you folks? Soldiers, sorry, where were you, soldier?
So basically asking the same question to each other.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, if you see, most of times when folks come here and they say that, what, where was this community? And we actually write this line in their welcome, where were you, soldier? Now go and join the platoon fast. Squad up, like.
Yes.
So that's what we do. A lot of players also come in from other games. Some folks who are playing CS, and multiple, I would say, multiple clans. Clans of clans have like switched to Battlefield from CS, from Valorant, from PUBG, I would say. They all started playing Battlefield, and the community, what we did is, okay, fine, you were playing Valorant because it was free, you were playing PUBG, we were playing CS. If you want to try out Battlefield, we give them an EA Play key for 30 days trying. And we give them in bunch, like lots. Take 10, let all of your folks come in and try together, right? We also
Oh.
play with them.
Oh.
So what we do is,
Wow.
for beginners, we try to make their experience better, because they simply, if
Okay.
they hop into servers which is filled up, no, they won't be enjoying it to the core. So for initially, we all mentor them, we shadow them. So maybe Havoc will be in their squad, right? When Zami started playing Zaminizer, so Havoc and Superman will be in their squad. Then when INGT started playing from CS, they started playing this one Battlefield. So we will be with them in this squad. We'll be trying
Right.
to help them and tell them, hey, this is a medic pack and this is how do we do it. Press E
Oh,
here
the
and
very
all those
basics, no?
stuff.
Very basics.
The basics, and then when slowly they get the game, they don't need us then anymore. Then they are on their own and they love this game. And you know what? We gave them EA Play. A lot of people, a lot of folks, they then
Yeah.
ended up buying this game on their own.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing, actually. Yeah, that is cool. So this thing, Battlefield, what is your favorite attack tactic? What do you think is your favorite attack tactic? I mean, honestly speaking, if I recognize these games from previous game experiences, this has become more run and gun kind of a thing, and the tactics have actually changed over time. Do you think in a 32 versus 32 setup, a certain tactic can be employed, or it is still a matter of chance? Because 32 versus 32 is actually a huge number, and especially in a map like Al-Merge, there's lots of flanking coming around from all sides, and like there are multiple attack points on the map, right? So do you think there is any tactic to it, or squads can actually, I'm thinking about this flying officer in a way that people and squadrons have so much to learn from a very startup, like how can they plan their tactics and everything. But do you have some tactics in your mind how things can work out for each team in these maps? Is there a difference for attacking team or a defending team? But there is no attacking defense, this is Conquest, right? So do you think there is any tactic involved here, or it's just pure run and gun situation at the moment?
Definitely, there is a lot of tactics. There is a lot of tactics. If I restrict myself to the infantry only setup,
Yeah.
which is
Yes.
which may appear to be run and gun, but it's
Yeah.
not. So for that, I will answer precisely that right before this warm up started,
Yeah.
the entire team or the 32 members with 8 backups, they all get into one channel, and then a
Okay.
briefing happens where
Okay.
all the squad leaders have to be super attentive. The squad members have to be attentive, that's all. Then their own respective squad leaders can brief them, and the war briefing happens where each and every map is discussed. There are drawings, there are war plans, they are all discussed, like details, like this is the ammo crate where squad A will be reaching first and blah blah blah. This is the boat which squad B has to take, go and probably go to an F and wait, not capture the flag, otherwise the enemy will get to know. You capture it while we are done with C. If we are not done with C, capture it a little and run away, so that they think that there is somebody there and everybody focuses. But don't stay there, otherwise you'll be screwed because you are four only. So there are a lot of tactics here, I have to say. Which gun is to be used? Like there will be two snipers on this particular hill or a building. Which gun you should be preferably using? Which won't work out considering that position? So all those details are discussed. It's discussed to the core. And the folks who are playing today, they just woke up and started playing. No. They have practiced this for like 3 to 4 months, and every alternate day practice sessions happen. We have practiced it with other clans also. We do have this internal screen, so a lot of tactics involved, I would say. And then when you ask this question at a higher level about vehicles coming into picture
Yes.
and planes coming into picture, then that's a very huge thing. To be very honest, we haven't yet tested a 32v32 all out warfare. That's something which we desperately want to do, because currently we are playing with different countries, and we don't know like whether everybody will be okay with such an experiment. But that's an experiment that we want to do. If not now, then in coming days, definitely. So as of now, we allow vehicles, but not like tanks, like super heavy tanks and all that. I don't think that's allowed, right, Cloud? We don't allow tanks, right?
In this
I-
matchup, in particular event, I don't think there are tanks. This is
Yeah, yeah.
heavily infantry.
Yeah,
I think,
we don't.
yeah, I've seen the poster. They've allowed transport vehicles.
Yeah.
Transports are allowed, but not armors, not heavy armors.
See, as the new Battlefield releases, before that we would definitely want to experiment some streams or some events with Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 4 where we allow tanks and all that stuff. And as the new Battlefield, I would love to see a day where we have a 64 versus 64. Countries fighting together, like with each other. And all choppers flowing and jets flowing and everything that the game has to offer at its disposal. Everything is utilized to win the war. I want to have an event where it's not just a community event like this. It's an all-out war. You have only one option. You have to win. If you lose, yeah, there is no other option. So that's what I want to see.
I was meaning to ask you. This actually. Please don't mind me saying this, but I've always wanted to ask: is Battlefield community only for gamers? Because there might be people who may not be playing the game, but they want to play the game. By way of viewing. So this may be a little dicey question, but let me try to clear myself up. Do you think there are people out there who would be a part of this community and not play a game, for example, by being a caster for the games, or by being a sound technician, or maybe a graphic designer? Do you think we have a place or opportunity for such people who don't really play the game or don't have time for the game, but they still want to be a part and they want to be the part of the community in a way other than gaming? Is there a possibility in this?
Yeah, absolutely. There are multiple such people, such folks who were playing once. Now they are part of this community, and they are not playing, but they are contributing in other ways. There are players who have never played this game. They came into this community. They just like those folks in the Discord channel. They like the conversation. It's a lot of fun and like all that going on all day. So they just be in the channel. They be a part of the conversation. They like discussing. They learn about Battlefield. But what happens is nobody is able to restrict themselves from playing the game. I can name a few, but there are a lot of folks who just joined. They were just part of the voice channel. They were not into any Battlefield game. They ended up buying their own EA Play subscription or the game of its own, and they ended up playing. They spawned with us what to do.
What to do? Because I was thinking, because since this is going towards esports, right? So I'm pretty sure that what the community is aiming is for achieving an esports status on this game as well. So esports is the players playing the game is just the front of what esports looks like, right? Because behind the scenes there is a huge amount of people working on the back end and on the technical side of it. So what I'm trying to say is that for people who are interested in becoming a part of the community, do not really need to be gamers only. If they are good at speaking, if they are good at their graphics designing, if they're good at video production, all sorts of people, they can be a part of this community and contribute in their own way. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, absolutely. There are multiple such folks even now while we are talking, and the community needs it. If somebody really wants that, this is a good community and we really want to support this cause, right? Not just about bringing Battlefield into the esports world, but also about encouraging esports in India overall. As a country, whether esports, how it is presented. So a lot of people who are good at graphics designing, right? A lot of people who are good at video editing, a lot of people who can write some content around things, right? For content.
Yes.
So we need such people. A lot of people who are coders, right? We need coders because BFINDIA community itself is developing its own tools for the gamers and for a lot of other stuff, for better Discord management. So if you're a coder, and there are a lot already who are contributing to the game like this. I would also say that there is a player called Flying Lesson. He has hardly played with us. Hardly.
Okay.
He would come to scrims only when we request him a lot. Otherwise, he would not even to come. He's doing only one thing day and night. Spectating people and managing servers. He's not playing. Hardly 1% he plays. He doesn't play at all. He wakes up in the morning, spectates, manages all the server cheaters. If you ban, because Battlefield doesn't have a consistent this ban list, the next day the ban list goes away. So he takes a screenshot, manages all this ban list in Excel, and tries to capture the EA GUID so that if that person changes its name, right, tomorrow we can track it again. Then records gameplays and then gives it to other people to check whether it's a cheater or not. So all that is a very, very time-consuming job. People are doing it with their own interest. We are telling that person that don't do it. So multiple things which people can come and contribute actually.
Yeah. Wonderful. All right, so what's the situation on the matchup? Are we still in the warm-up? Are the people joined up? What's happening?
So currently there's warm-up going on, right? As confirmed by Cloud, it's warm-up going on. And after this match, we are hopefully live, and we'll see how it works out. Some folks from Indonesia, I think they haven't joined yet. Yep.
Okay. Warm-up. So, what is your favorite map in Battlefield 5, Flying Officer? But do you even play enough? I don't see you playing long enough.
Yeah, I haven't been playing for long.
Yeah, you haven't been playing. Yeah.
And the same is the situation with a lot of other folks who started up this community. So we don't get enough chance to play. For me personally, I wasn't playing because of ill health. Like I was like little bedridden for like last 2 months, and then my graphics card blew away, and that's a separate story. It's an
Yes, it
interesting
is.
one how it blew away.
Yes.
But again, mostly, we woke up. We are just making the server live, managing it, doing this stuff. So we hardly get time to play. Now I have started playing again. Like it's been 1 week. I have started playing, getting into the game a little. And if you ask the first question, if I have to answer, my favorite map will be Pacific Storm and Iwo Jima. These are the two maps. Battlefield 5 for me, it lived up to the expectations the moment Pacific maps were released, both Iwo Jima
Yes.
and because it's to the core. It's actually Battlefield 5. I For me personally, Battlefield 5 was more like a remaster of 1942. When they said they are going to release a game which is based on World War II, I was expecting it to be true to Battlefield 1942. And when Iwo Jima and Pacific Storm came in, I got excited because I really
Yeah.
love that setting. For me, it was really true to it. Iwo Jima was like the best one. In Iwo Jima, especially, it makes us feel that actually you are climbing up the hill and capturing it
Yes.
part by part.
Yes.
You're capturing it the way it happened.
So true. Oh my! Every moment spent in that map, if you've seen the movies, if you know the history about it, every step of the way that you go forward into it, it's things. So starting from a beach, then you enter the hills, and it finishes off in the tunnels. Everything goes away exactly like it was, and you can relive the entire experience on your own.
Let's see. We also have an Iwo Jima match today. So there will be an Iwo Jima in this particular tournament. Let's see how it turns out to be.
All right. So, what do you think is the chances here for the outcome of this event? How do you think the boys are going to perform?
See, I would say.
Boys and girls both boys and girls both. Yeah.
So the thing is that when it comes to Battlefield 5, a lot of them are new. Hardly we can talk about folks who are actually, old enough or have spent like above 500 hours in the game. There are hardly any folks. Most of these folks are, I would say, new when compared to the folks who are playing globally, like in the Asian region. If you see these folks, they are very very professional. For us, we have just started like 1 year back. We have just started
Right.
assembling folks, giving them games, making them play, training them, and then getting the esports model, then giving them the call signs, naming it, having a platform, even a framework. Or this is AB connector, right? Bridge
Right.
and mid and blah blah blah, different things. So we have been practicing, but comparatively, we are pretty new. We are playing to learn, I would say, more. But yeah, the moral is high. If you see the sportsman spirit, if you see, even if we lose, and we have lost a couple of, like, most of the games, every game that we have played so far, we've lost. But even after losing, the moral is high. The team celebrates that, hey, this time we lost only with 40 tickets. But the bridge is closing. Slowly, we are like closing in. Previously, we used to lose by like what 100 tickets, then 80 tickets, and now like we are closing the bridge. Let's see how it turns out to be in this particular game. Indonesian team is very strong. RB guys, NKRI guys, these guys are very very professional folks. They have spent. It's not just about spending hours, but the way they play. If I see Kiki BFI who's also playing, and I have been seeing that Kiki BFI for like 8 to 9 months, he has been coming to our servers. That guy is like bloody insane. He's so good. He's so good with his gameplay, and so are the other Indonesian folks. So let's see. It is going to be a tough competition, a tough one for India especially. Let's see how it turns out. But we are prepared. We are focused. We have a plan. Let's see.
Well, I can't wait for the match to start, man. I had enough of warm-ups, man. Let's get the killing going. Come on, let's
Yup.
do this.
The warm up is like 118 tickets. In the warm up, if you see, at least in the warm up. Hey, you know what? We have been winning the warm ups at least so far.
Listen, I'm not going to encourage you on this, flying officer. I'm not going to encourage you on this. You need to win the matches also, not just the warm-ups, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, we need to. We need to.
But because at the end of the day, if the win doesn't happen, then we have to say, oh, it is about how you play, not about the win or loss, all that yada yada. I don't want to say that.
No, but that was my reserve in the end. You know why? I just wasted it. That was my reserve.
No, I don't want you to say that. I want these boys to go and girls to perform well, you know. But you know, I've been seeing these scrims. The last match that we saw was, I believe, was against Japan, if I'm not mistaken. The previous one. Right?
Yeah, the previous one was with Japan BF4.
With BF. Oh no, then
Yeah,
no, the
we did a
the
BF4
Battlefield
with
5
Japan, and before that we did a India versus Thailand in BF5, same 32
Okay.
with 32 model, and before that we did with Japan. We started with Japan 32 with 32
Okay.
Battlefield 5. The second one was
All right.
Battlefield 5 32 with 32 with Thailand. Then we did it with Japan again, but in BF4, and now we are here with Indonesia.
So
BF5.
we have done events with Japan. We have done with events with Thailand, and we're doing events with Indonesia, right?
Indonesia. Yeah.
Who else do you think would be joining us pretty soon?
Yeah, we want to clash with the entire world. And why not?
Yeah,
But currently,
that's what I wanted to listen.
but we are slowly capturing, we are slowly capturing not territories but hearts. We want to capture hearts first. Like in the Asian region, the Battlefield India community is quite respected. People look upon it as a community with whom they can gel well with. They are good folks to talk. At least that's the feedback that's coming from. I really loved when the Japanese folks they drew it on a wall with bullets. India loves Japan and Japan loves India, right? So that's the kind of that we are winning hearts. If not territories, great. We don't want to win territories, but we want to win hearts. We want to continue this kind of friendly events and then
Right.
clash with a bang again. We also want to have this, this winning feeling. But that will do. The primary idea is also to ensure that make people more aware of Battlefield. So when India plays with Japan or India plays with Thailand, India plays with Indonesia, we advertise it a lot so that not just players from India but from players across the globe, across Asian regions, they get to know that there is a game called Battlefield where you can play 32v32 and they are so damn interesting. There is something happening here which cannot happen in any other game. So we are also trying to encourage more and more communities to come together, folks to come together and create communities
Okay.
so that we
I
can
have a
make this.
question.
Yeah.
I have a question. Since you told me that we have limited options as well as far as the server management is concerned, right? So we face some issues. Now, a question is, for a similar event setup, can we also execute an event where there can only be a dogfighting happening between airplanes? Is that possible?
That is possible. I'm telling you, lot is possible. A lot is possible. But we also need to see whether we'll get enough players who are flying. But now, as of today, chances are high. Chances are more likely.
Okay,
Ah,
hello.
sweet.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think we are
hello.
going live, right? Next,
Yeah,
Havoc.
yeah. Sorry to interrupt, but yeah, we are going live next month.
Thank you,
Almost.
Awesome.
Havok. Thank you.
All right.
Finally,
Finally.
Yeah,
let's do
finally.
this.
Let's see. Cloud, a lot of folks in the YouTube channel are also mentioning that they would want to see POV, like that the first person view more.
Yeah.
So see if like we can like switch across. Yeah,
First
that's
person
totally.
perspective is the best, sir. Always is.
Yeah, that's all right. So
All right, I'll merge. This is a beautiful map. I have seen this map a lot, and I think it is also like it is a heaven for everyone. It is a sniper's heaven. It is an assaulter's heaven. It is a medic's. Oh, it's a medic. It's a pain for a medics, but it's still a heaven for the support guys, right? Giving lots of support and coverages. But even though that being said, Al March also gives you a lot of attacking opportunities, and the way you have to defend a flag becomes tough because when you have to deal a lot of flanks altogether, strategical advancements come into play. So today we have Indonesia versus India in a community matchup on Al Merge. Choosing which side goes where, let's see how this works out. Are you excited, Flying Officer, about this matchup? We have 32 versus 31 at the moment.
full house. Yes, absolutely excited to the core. Somewhere deep
Yeah.
down, I really want that we have to win.
All right. All right, so we have a transport happening, X-Fate going in for the full trailer. He wants to accompany on the ground. Maybe he wants to get in the vehicle or something, I don't know. Flying Superman heading up and a vehicle, and I think they're going for the first flag right away.
Yeah.
All Can you hear the sound? Okay, never mind. Oh, it's just me. Never mind. All right, so we have squadron with Superman and X-Ray, and we are looking at the situation. And the opposite, the Team Indonesia is also flying forward, and they are right up on top of the middle segment of the area. What? Oh, the smokes everywhere. Long cross firing happening.
And these guys are actually moving as per the plan. These guys have all this planned actually. If you see the squads are moving the way they decided previously, the squad leaders are ensuring that they follow, they stick to the plan. But also there is a scope that there's some kind of they can take their own decisions sometimes based on the
Absolutely.
situation.
So you have to improvise as per the situation is going on. Yeah. So you can't just stick to one plan completely. Right, so you have some sniper action. By far, I love the sniper action because I'm a sniper myself. But the snipings are going on. They're super amazing. X-Ray coming into the forward assault. He just took out the guy in the corner. He's looking for a very close quarter fights coming in for X-Ray. Oh, so he's actually gotten 2 kills without getting dead. And also he's flexible, but no, unfortunately, he was being killed. And we have another situation where we see SWA following in with some Molotovs and trying to get plan of action going on. He's probably covering up his squad for moving forward. Still having fight in the middle between A flag. They both have equal flags in their hands. I think if you get at least one flag, this flight is going for the C flag, and there's going to be a fight for B flag. But looks now at the moment, the entire Indonesian team is going on strong in defending the flags. Team India going in for the fight, but there's too much pressure on teams. Oh, we see a flag D being captured.
Flag D being captured, absolutely. Yes.
If we have a flag D being captured, there's been a flank coming there. Also, there's a team of strategists who are going for the flag D. And Ronaldo from the team, they're going for the flag. They're going back and returning to maybe get the flag back here, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be happening. D is still being back. No, Oh, this is unfortunate. The flank has been dealt with. There's been a retaliation from Team Indonesia, and they have been successful in pushing them back. So had this flag been gone, there have been a tremendous pressure on flag C from both sides of the map, and it was only a matter of time if C could lost. But now, for the time being, A, B is being captured by Indian forces, and we have flag C and D being captured by the Indonesian forces, all going on. Meanwhile, we see some full-on struggle happening in the middle of the map, and due to the please correct me on the weapons, a lot of because I'm not so good with the weapons and all, but tell me how it is keep going with the vehicles and with the guns and everything. What kind of weapons are most using? I see support weapons being used. I see assault weapons. What is the meta on the weapons in this case?
I think the weapons for Battlefield 5 are like almost carrying forward and being true to what the 1942 weapons are. So the same weapons which we have been pretty much accustomed to in Battlefield 1942, and a little on top of that, I would say. They have taken some liberty.
All right, there we go. Yeah, we see a D flag being captured. This is actually amazing. So we have Team India capturing on the flag A, B, and C, which is actually causing a ticket bleed on Team Indonesia. And unless they counter this very swiftly, there is going to be a build-up of a difference in team tickets, which eventually will cause them the match. But they have to get it back if the pressure seems to be falling. Do you think this distraction of capturing D flag will allow Team India to go for the flag C? Because they're trying hard to defend it, and I'm not so sure if they're able to get it. Team Indonesia is trying really hard to get the flag back, but they have retaliation from John Rambo, Meow Meow over there, and they keep spawning up. Meow Meow is taking a backhand at trying to give them spawn positions for their team, so they can completely keep distracting them on the flag D, because half of the forces are now focused on C and half of them are busy in recapturing the flag. This gives an ample opportunity for the Team Indian flying captain here, all of them, to actually go and push for or maybe they're actually not pushing for C, they're just holding C. What does it look like at the moment? Are they holding
it looks actually going as per the plan, and these guys have just nailed it in the beginning itself, because I wasn't hoping such a good start. The capturing of D is actually a game changer here, and I think Meow Meow, John Rambo, their squad is sticking to the plan, and they are doing an amazing job here. And if you see Meow Meow always coming in and placing a spawn beacon there.
Correct.
And I think they also spotted their spawn beacon in between, because they broke one. at D.
All right, so we are looking at Mars. He's going for a counter flank, I guess. He's taking a vehicle around, maybe trying to get a better flank and a position across the A map. They're maybe charging for the flag A as we speak right now. But you know, looking at the moment of battle at the particular moment, I don't think getting flag A will give any advantage to Team Indonesia, because they need to get the flag which is closest to their base, because they are now being attacked from all sides together. You know, they cannot afford that. They need to push back. Meanwhile, Team India continues their pressure on C flag, and then we see a loss of flag B to Indonesian team. That is actually better than this. Let's see what goes on in the future. Fascinating. I think Hiroshima. We got Helson from the 55th going for a revive, and he just woke up some amazing soldier. Let's see. Oh, going down. This is the time to kill is so. It's a pain sometimes. You know, you get very less chance to walk forward with, but still they're trying to manage this thing. Treasure being fallen back on B to C. We are also seeing a loss in flag A here, where the is trying to. But it's being revived and retaliated very quickly, and we also see the flag C also in position of Team India. Indonesian team going for flags B and D, and they're holding their positions for now. But the ticket difference has now shifted in favor of both teams. So they're just bleeding because they're holding equal number of flags. There's no apparent ticket bleed. So unless one of the other teams capture one more flag, so things can go south for them at least.
And
so what
that
we
we
have
can
here
see.
is
That we can see at B happening already, but then we also see C is slowly getting captured by the Indonesian team. So let's see. They're both getting captured at the same pace. A lot of action happening at C and B.
I just realized that we see John Rambo's team taking a step back from D. Maybe their squad was wiped out, and Team Indonesia was actually successful in removing their squadron. But we are with the shift of flags from B, A, B, and C, D. The things have now balanced out for both sides, and the ticket difference is also not that much. It is 250 versus 238 at the moment, which is actually quite. Almost equal, there is not much difference here. So the way this goes is each of the team needs to at least get one more flag so that they can cause a ticket bleed on the other side, and they can push the tide of war against their favor. We also see Xcode in an armored vehicle here, holding and putting pressure and suppression on the enemy team. And vehicles like Amtracs and transport vehicles, if they're decently positioned, backed up by engineers or backed up by repair support, they can pretty much dominate an area, because at this point of time there are not many people committed to destroying the Amtracs here. We see lots of infantry focusing up on the C flag, and they're all trying to capture and hold between C and B. That the whole squadrons are managed on it, and there are very few squadrons, or at least say a group of people who are wanting to deal with the Amtracs. So we see a knife actually coming flank here, just knifed out. Who was he? This kill feed is so fast. I don't seem to realize he got knifed back there. Or Akamida 9 TTV going in as a field medic. He's heading towards the flank. I think he's going to get a good approach. He's going over the wall. He should be able to get some nice flanks running in, supporting his team at the moment. The medics are very important in this kind of matchup, because not only they control the ticket bleed, they also keep the pressure constant on the enemy team by reviving your players, the fallen ones. So let's see how this goes out. All right, so we have an onboard fight. We see the balance still happening, and we also see another fight coming up against on the D. The D factor is actually being recaptured by Team Flying Golden. We'll see lots of Indian members, like at least 10 of them were there on the D flag. They're all committed in capturing D. I think their whole strat lies around the fact that they need to hold at least 3 positions and keep them centered on the middle C flag. My goodness, what a strategy, man! This is brilliant coming in from Team India. Team Indonesia also going and maintaining their scores. See the ticket. If you just see the ticket, the ticket counter. So in Team India has actually gone below in numbers. We see Team Indonesia on 179 against 175. So they really need to pump it up. If you see, so this is the D objective. So I don't know how this is going to be, man. This is so exciting to see, even though they have the flags, but still they need to hold positions. And Team Indonesia is doing a wonderful job in maintaining those ticket counters. Look at them. They're still 10 tickets above, and the ticket on Team India is going down, straight down. They're not able to stop it anymore. You got to do something about it. And this has now caused the loss of 3 flags for Team India. Team India now holds only A, and we see Indonesian team capturing B, C, and D. The pressure now seems to be building up on Indian team. And I don't know how are they going to counter this, but I sure hope that they have a good strategy around this counter set also. D flag also being constantly pushed up by Team India. They are not allowing Team Indonesia to get a grip on flag D. However, Team Indonesia seems to have a change in tactic, and they are actually going for the forward flags. They're putting pressure on Team A, on the flag A all the time, and looks like they're going to capture this as well. We got Partasha going and being destroyed by the enemy team right there. Sergeant Levick as a field medic. Where is he? I can't see him. Never mind. So we have Indian Team Indonesia is pressurizing all the points. Alpha being taken down, and there is counter retaliation. There is retaliation coming in from Team India on A and B. But however, Indonesian team is persisting. Oh, and that's the reason, because majority of the Indian team is focused upon D and C flag, even though they are capping up on B and C and D. The fact that A flag is between the base for Indian team and the flag B is going to create more pressure on the Indonesian team. So if I see this thing correctly, the first priority for the Indonesian team should be to get the flag which is nearest to their base, which is the D flag. What do you think, Flying Officer?
Yep, absolutely. But if you see now the Team India has is back into the game. I just hope it's not too late, because C and D is already been captured. But the things are moving pretty fast here. The competition is close still. We still have some heads up in the game. Let's see. We started off well. C is again being captured by Team Indonesia.
That's what I'm seeing. Even though the flag pressure seems to be largely in favor of Team India, however, as we look at it, is not in the favor of Team India. They're very close-knit. 97, it's only a difference of 10 tickets on both teams. And who knows? I mean, even though the flag domination is in the favor of Indian team, but they might just lose on tickets at this point. They need to put up some more medics. They need to put up on more smokes, and then and instead of going for capping more flags or anything, they should cut flags they have. This is, I think, they need to control on that ticket. We look at that, 97 tickets for Team Indonesia and 83 tickets on Team India, and this is maintained for a very long time. And I don't see there was much of a difference here. It was in the favor of Team India when we had in the beginning, when the ticket count was more for Indian team, but the Indonesian team has been persistent and resilient enough to change the tide in their favor. Let's see how this works out for both teams. Sergeant Levick going in, Renaissance. Fort here seems to be the main center of attraction, but there's a huge battle at the fort happening. Flying Captain down over there, and now we're looking at who are we looking at? We're looking at Levick. All right, we're looking at Levick. That's the number. So the Levick is going in for a flank from the western side on flag B. Let's see. He's not backed up by his squad at the moment. He needs his squad mates, or he's planning some sort of probably a smoke grenade and attacks on flank on the flag of on the enemy. Now they're in a position to capture on Bravo, facing quite resistance from Team Indonesia. This is what I'm talking about. The need to take up the but I'm saying, I'm looking at the tickets counts again. Indonesian team coming up with 69 as to the favor of their team, but Indian team is apparently losing on ticket count. We've got 31 to 56. Even though it seems that Indian Team India has more flags, but now what they need to do is they need to hold positions instead of going in forward. But so far it is looking good for Team Indonesia. They seem to be winning on this one. Constant pressure on flag B as well as A and C. Look, so they're not, Team Indonesia is not missing one chance to counteract to whatever Team India is throwing at them. So they've been persistent. They've been resilient. They're holding up positions. They're holding positions around. Now you see, they're a lot more stable. There's not much movement of the teams. They are holding the flags. And there you go. Matchup 1 going in for the favor of Team Indonesia with a 38-0 ticket bleed. And oh my God. But you know what admirable is? We've actually seen a very nice push coming in from Team India in the very beginning. And I have to say that it is quite a shock. It came as quite a shock for Team Indonesia when they saw that kind of approach, because they were losing flags left and right and here and there. And then it was like super amazing. All right, all good for...
in the last minutes, actually, last 2-3 minutes, everything just tumbled down for Team India. But the
That's
thing
all
is
right.
that we at least, I saw this difference in this strategies here, where the Indian team was trying to recapture a lost position again and again and trying to push on D again and again. So that was
Yes.
something which I have not seen very often with Team India before. So this time, I think the
Yes.
push was solid.
The push was solid. The push was coordinated, you know, and there was much more teamwork this time, you know, to be really honest. All right, so we have a change in map now. This looks like Devastation too.
Yeah, this is Devastation. Yeah,
This is Devastation, oh man. All right, so we have Devastation Conquest this time. How many flags do we have in Devastation? Is it still ABC? Doesn't show. Anyway, so I've also seen one thing in Battlefield 5. Oh, no, the match has actually started, right? Or we got 5 points to look at. Oh, so we got 5 points. So this is going to be a tough battle, and I think the middle flag point C is going to be one point of chaos where everybody goes for it.
absolutely.
And we see Renishant now going in for a full assault. And look at his weapon skin, man. That's awesome. Oh my goodness, I've not seen that kind of weapon skin coming up. Here comes forward. The cinema is now being taken up by Team India, and they are going exactly the way that it is. Team Indonesia now holds 3 flags, already capping on C, so this is going to be a struggle for Team India to capture on the C flag, because now they have only 2 flags, whereas Team Indonesia is ramping up with 3 flags, A, B, and C captured. So the struggle is now reversed. Let's see how Team India is going for, and is going to take up on flag C if that happens. And we see one boogeyman going in forward with a full force, and they're going on a flank over the flag C. It seems like all right, let's see what's the strategy here.
The strategy here, I can see they have already started capping B instead of C, just to build the pressure maybe. And now we see B coming in favor of India, slowly.
Oh, it most certainly is. It most certainly is coming in favor of Team India. But where is the enemy team? And why are they not attacking this flag at all? That's
Because
quite
most
a
of them may
shocker,
be at
because-
C, and they just also threw a small little squad at C. Definitely it got destroyed in the ambush. But by that, what they did is they divided their attention, and they were able to successfully get B.
So that is quite a good strategy. I mean, distracting an enemy with flanks and more attack options is always in your favor. But this time they have to look for that ticket bleed, sir. Because last time, even though they had a good positioning on flags, but the amount of players being killed and then losing ticket was something that they need to have. They need to see. We are looking at 18th Squadron's Monkey, right? Monkey.
Yeah.
So we're looking at Monkey at the moment, and he's going in with his assault rifle going in, and I think he's medic class as well. Yeah, he's a field medic. So we have field medic Monkey going for flank towards C. Are they operating with their squadrons, or are they just moving around solo? Are they moving around solo? I think so. He's just looking for fallen players and try to revive them up. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, but as you said, I think the most important thing is to control the ticket bleed rate, and I think medics will have to play a pivotal role here, because over here as well, while we have captured a lot of flags, I think our tickets are not keeping a hold. They are bleeding at a higher rate than Indonesian faction. They're still above us, ahead of us.
Momentarily, because But the gap is very less. It's only 4-ticket gap. I would consider it as an equal for the time being, unless there is a term hold from one team on the number of flags. So we see Team Indonesia building a pressure. They've taken back Bravo, and Charlie seems to be a struggle point here where Team India is going for the capping here, but Indonesian team is struggling, and they're fighting back. They're throwing them back. So Team Indonesia regaining control of flag C indicates that they're not going to move away from C pretty easily. So unless they have a very solid push coming in from India, so Team Indonesia is going to be holding C at least for a little longer. I mean, that turns out to be an important flag anyways, that distraction. Oh, we see a loss of Echo here. So Team India is also going for Echo, and we see Expo, the sniper, going in for SVG, kind of like fully automatic sniper rifle, trying to get a kill on the opposite team, but he kind of missed over there, but that's okay. Did you just see a bazooka there?
Yep.
Alright, so bazookas are still a thing, huh? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
bazooka is still a thing, but the bazooka also backfires. So if you're somebody, some of your close teammate behind it, exactly, the bazooka will fire on his face as well, and it will kill him.
Oh, really?
It might.
That's awesome.
Not the
Oh.
friendly ones, I would say. But if there is an enemy behind, yeah, it will definitely get killed.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Another formula for the Battlefield 2042, map mode. Bazooka fire.
Now it will be interesting to see how long we actually keep a hold on, the prominent flags here. A and B are already with India. B is slowly getting away, slipping, and C is coming in. E as well coming in. The ticket difference, as I said, it's increasing now because we are bleeding at a heavy rate. So
That seems to be a problem because if it goes above 20 and 30, then it seems to be increasing in a constant rate. So we see a difference of at least 20 at the moment, and if this ticket count goes over 30, I think it's going to be a little. You see, the Indonesian team is actually holding their flanks pretty well. So they're organized. They're meaning to just hold up on a position and just keep to it, but. Team India is also keeping them on their toes while attacking all the flanks at once. We see Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie in favor of Team India, and they're not ready to give it up. If they hold this position strong, I think things can turn in their favor, pretty much.
absolutely, I see a lot of flank from India, Team India, and what we are doing is we are capturing a lot of flags, but we are not holding them well for a longer time to affect the ticket bleeding rate. But as of now that I see, yeah, we are good. We have been maintaining this 3-to-2 ratio for like around 10 minutes, which is good. And slowly we are closing in terms of the difference in tickets. If you see, it was around 30, but now we are closing it. It's 14.
That is actually nice in favor of Team India, and I'm pretty sure they'll realize this soon enough. And they're gonna, if you see now, the Team India is actually now hanging over the positions, and they're holding the position right now. Huge Cyborg over there holding on flag A, and we have a full squadron, at least 2-3 squadrons going in for attacking the flag C and the church. So yeah, I think it's what building is this? It's a central building of some sort, right? So they're flagging up on C, and then there's a power struggle happening on C because C seems to be a very critical point in maintaining control. But then again, C is also such a flag where you can be attacked from like all sides, basically 360 attack kind of a thing, Hard to maintain, but we see a commitment coming up from Team Indonesia to hold the flag. They are not ready to give it up. They are putting up the resistance against Team India to hold the flag C.
C and D are now flapped actually.
Seht ihr das?
C, which was
Verdammt
Indian,
gefährlich.
now it has been taken over by the Indonesian team, and we have
Ganz
taken
ruhig.
D.
Das
But
wird schon
I
wieder.
would want to focus on C more. And C is coming in the Indian fashion. Because as you said earlier in the start of the game, those who have this, C will be vital. If we get C, we can actually spread across and do a lot more stuff. But we are slowly also getting E captured back again. Because, yeah.
I don't know how to cheap. If I see to this strategy of distraction, it is not a long-lasting one. But then again, it is the map layout, where you can have lots of flanks over the maps, But if I were leading a team, they would go for a systematic approach, A, B, C, D, E, and the opposition side like E, D, C, E, A, something like that.
Gotcha, mate.
And try to hold flags on these teams. But again, what happens in the battlefield happens in the battlefield. It's easier to say when watching, but when it's actually happening,
You're absolutely right. Like this kind of tricks and this kind of deviations, they work out if you have that strength to hold the flags when you are already doing good, and then on top of that, you can do all these sweet little deviations. But if you're not able to hold the flags for a good enough of time, long time, then it doesn't create so much of an impact. How Indonesian team is making, because Indonesian team, as I see, they are holding their flags. They are not losing it as quickly as how Indian faction is losing. But then let's see how this works out. The strategy is currently working out in favor of India to an extent. But if our medics just play well and stop the ticket bleeding rate, that I think would help. I don't see actually Indonesian team losing much tickets, because I'm sure that these guys are definitely effectively using their medics. Their medics are playing a vital role here and not letting their tickets bleed, because the difference is no matter how many flags we are capturing, we have mostly been able to keep up with 3-2 ratio and 2-3 ratio. It has never gone like 1-4 or in a way like drastic change, but still we are not able to keep up with the bleed rate, because I'm sure that these are the medics of the Indonesian team which are not allowing the tickets to bleed, and that's not true for the Indian team.
That's probably true at the moment, because having flags in your favor and then lose hits, doesn't add up, right? It has to be their medics. It has to be their medics, because if you look at the kill feed, everybody's killing everybody, right? So there is not a single, red killing the blue or blue killing the red. It's like multiple things happening. So it's definitely the medics who are doing a good job in reviving all of the fallen mates. That's exactly the commendation entirely goes to the medics.
Yes, and
But
I think
yeah.
Like if we look at the kill feed or the scoreboard, like by the end of the match or in between, sometimes we can see that if the Indians are making enough kills, good enough kills, like how the Indonesians are making, and I think we are pretty much equal when it comes to the killing capacity, right? The killing rate may be equal, but the reviving rate may not be equal. So that's pretty much. And I see a lot of blue folks who are dead, they're getting revived and they're popping back again into action. So that's the medics actually doing the trick here.
That seems to be absolutely right, because now when you see the tickets flowing downwards now, if you can observe this, there is less push happening now. So people are now more, organized in holding the position instead of going in for flex. And apparently, if I am correct, C seems to be the attraction for everybody. Oh, close counter fire coming in, and Frag XC, and this is a close fight coming up. And who is this on the opposite side? These are amazing players, man. Getting kills in close quarters is it's not easy, man. It's not easy at all.
Yes, and slowly, if the difference just equals up, because in between when there was a difference of more than 30 to 40 tickets, I was a little worried, and I thought that we will not be able to bridge this gap. But slowly, I think that they will be able to. But again, it's going back from our hands, and it's going back to the Indonesian faction. So things are continuously changing, and it is highly unpredictable at this stage.
I got you, chum!
Oh, we did try to see a tactical revive happen, but I think Jerry Buzz got killed. Look at the organization from Team Indonesia. They're just holding up the lines, all sides. And they're moving together like a swarm. This is a great fight we are watching at Flying Officers. This is one of the great battles.
Yeah, and the most important aspect of it is I see that whenever the folks from Team Indonesia die, there is a smoke popping up. They are using a lot of smokes and reviving their buddies. Our folks, like the Indian folks who are dying out in open, smokes are not used, and the medics are dying while reviving. So it's not that the medics are not making their attempt, but they are not making it right, I would say. Smokes are vital. So the moment if I see some Indonesian player dying, there'll be a smoke popping up, and somebody will come to rescue or revive it.
I'm pretty sure they're trying their best here. So we see Summer going down. Summer is actually a top kill leader here. I think he's top on the leaderboards. And yeah, Summer K, he's doing like he's at 20 kills and 7. That's actually quite an impressive KD. And he's trying his best to make it forward. What class is he running? Is he running a medic class? What is Summer running? We see Cypher going in with the light infantry outfit, and he is trying to maintain pressure on Team A.
Look,
It's
there.
possible to see the squad members. No, is it?
Yeah, it's possible to see the squad members, but currently it's switched off in the spectator mode. Actually, we can.
Okay,
enable
okay,
it.
okay.
It will be
No
too
worries,
much
no
on
worries.
the
No, no, no,
screen.
no worries.
Actually.
No worries, no worries, no worries. Well, C seems to be the opportunity for everybody, and everybody goes for C. Getting that central flag is absolutely important, and so happens that is so open from all the sides. It's so difficult to hold it. You know, you need to commit lots of soldiers in defending or holding C. You know, and then attacking, of course, can be done, but then defending part consumes lots of resources. So that is the only reason why I think why the other holdup is losing. So slipping of A or E is because lots of soldiers are committed in the middle flag, which is C at the moment. But we have a very large increasing ticket gap here. We see 366 on Indian forces, and we have 429 on the Indonesian forces. And it seems a little difficult unless some miracle happens when they capture all the flags, which is not looking to be likely happening at the moment. But still, Team Indonesia is doing a wonderful job in holding the flags. At the moment, they have A, D, and E, and Team Indonesia is keeping the Team India on their toes, you know, and they're not allowing the rest to pick. And their constant pressure hold up. And you know, there was an attempt for there's an attempt for Team C again coming in from Team India, but I'm not so sure. Team Cyber engaging in combat, but takes a fight from the other team member. Holding C, I think, has been we've seen largely flag C be held by Team Indonesia, and they have been quite quite constant on holding flag C and allowing some resources, some squadrons to commit on other flags, but holding C and getting the kills done. And I think the problem lies here, you know, in attacking the flag C, the soldiers that are dying in attempt of getting C, it becomes almost impossible for them to revive because there's constant fire, there are lots of people there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that thing is, even though it's important, but it is also it's also the factor which is causing the ticket bleed here. Oh, I see NKRI members over there from Team Indonesia. They are just they're just sneaking up on the flag E, but there is no resistance whatsoever on E. So E is going to be taken by NKRI members. There are one amazing special operatives coming in from Team E, from Team Indonesia back there, and they should be, cap up on Team Echo, which is about to go in a few seconds. But yeah, almost down. A little resistance coming in from Team India, but no, Team India has retaliated. Lord Bonkai arrived at Flag Echo, and they are for a counter push, and they are going to give it a hard time. They're going to give a hard time to Team Indonesia. They recapture the flag, which is kind of nice for them, but still suffering the ticket bleed and less on resources, resupplying their mates, and focusing back on the central flag. Sometimes I think the number of flanks should be less in a map, you know? Officer, what do you think? I sometimes really feel, the number of flanks should be a little lesser. What do you think?
Well, I'm not the best person to comment on that portion, but the thing is that the gameplay has become a little faster as the newer iteration of Battlefield, and over here flanking is important, it's vital, but it should not take away the primary factor that holding a flag actually gives you
Yes.
ticket, saves your ticket, and not just
Yes.
flanking and capturing and then letting it suffer. That's what we see here. As you said, right?
Capture the objective.
Yeah,
The
because
duration for
clearly we
which, yeah,
the duration for which a flag being held is more important.
exactly, yeah.
And there hasn't been any, there hasn't been any event where one team has held a flag for indefinite number of time. Flag keeps going and coming back. But I don't think aggression is serving Indian team at the moment. Holding the flags rather than losing them back and ticket bleed is almost coming up to, it's closing to 100, and we're looking at 272 for India, and we're looking at 353 for Indonesia, doing wonders in favors of Indonesia at the moment.
Ooh, hell!
Oh, nice view. Ah, lovely. Was that a JB rocket? That was a V1?
Absolutely, yes. That was a
Oh
V1.
my god. Who threw that?
I'm still struggling to find something in the kill log.
The kill feed is so fast. It's so difficult to see. But I think it was the blue team over the V1, I think.
And it was a-
Jerry Ma.
It was a bad news if it was a blue team doing it, because if there is nothing in the kill log, then it just went waste. It just created a big bubble and killed nothing.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. I think I had a glimpse of it. If it was the Indonesian team to the V1, but yeah, you're right. Nothing happened. I mean, maybe one or two players went down with that.
We have now taken objective Able.
Sea flag struggle captures. The struggle at sea keeps forming up, and Team Indonesia is trying their best to hold off Flag C, and they're also succeeding in it in their own way. Team India continues to push on Team C on the C flag, whereas B capturing the Alpha, Delta, and Echo. There are partial ups and downs in flags of Alpha, Delta, Echo. B and C largely being held by Team Indonesia, but they're currently enjoying on their kills and revives. Look at this. So we got Monkai reviving their teammate, which is kind of very nice effort going on strong. He sees John Rambo in the distance going for, maybe he wants to go, and there's a medical going for John Rambo revival, and that is actually a good sign. Finally, we see holding up on the flanks of C on all directions, and when they can hold this flag, I think they should be in a better position, and if their medics work still, we can say there can be something good for on Team India. In the meantime, there is a pressure build-up for Indonesian team. They now hold two flags, out of which B is being contested, and the flag B is now going in for Team favor for India. This can be a vital part where if Team Indonesia fails to hold flag B, remains with only one flag, it's going to be a problem. But I think the sheer number of people or soldiers available on Team B, on the flag B, they should be able to retaliate pretty strongly. So still flag favor happening in favor of India, but kill and ticket favor happening in favor of Team Indonesia, which is slowly balancing out. If you look at the feed now, it's stagnant on 2-1-12, 2-1-11. However, it is falling straight down 260, 259. That is a good sign for Team India to maintain a bleed replacement like that, because if they're so we see a constant bleed happening here. 4 flags, and there's another V1 coming in strong. Was it a V1? It was a V1, I think, but then we didn't see any major destruction happening though. Still ticket bleed happening for Team Indonesia. They're getting the flag D back, so this should balance out some things. If we see some sort of fortification on Delta or Bravo from, there's another V2 coming in, Fars coming up, and only 2 kills coming in from High Jordan by back there. So High Jordan tried his best to get the V1 rocket carrying maximum damage, but 2 kills only, which is still better. Ticket bleeding in favor of Team India. They are balancing out on 194 and the 235 tickets on Team Indonesia seem to be holding stagnant on all because they're planning their strategy. And let's see, the flag C still remains to be a point of interest for all teams. The flag D being retaken by Team India, and there we see a large ticket bleed happening on Team Indonesia as well. Flares popping up, lots of people are being spotted, and we're gonna see lots of people dying to this flare pop up. But do we see any? Oh, as we see, for the flag D has been recaptured and retaken by Team India, which puts additional pressure on Team Indonesia. Team Indonesia should be able to counter it back, because if the flag is taken, then Team Indonesia will be forced to retreat to flag Alpha, and full flag attempt should be done on the flag Bravo. Team Alpha, the entire team seems to be distributed on the map for now, but they're now forced to go to team on the flag Alpha. And if we see some people and if we see the entire team regarding Alpha, so we'll see the huge push coming in from Alpha flag towards Beta or Charlie, which is going to be a huge huge struggle for Team India. But we see the ticket leads balancing out 171 to 195. It is actually on close calls, and I think Team India is actually doing this. You'll see a nice thing, Toon Cyborg just being knifed by he was actually hatchet. Was it a hatchet or something? I think axe maybe. He was axed by someone. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Cold Fusion looking at strong. Team C, flag C still being struggled by both teams. C again being in control by Team India. Team Indonesia trying their level best to recapture flag C, but for now they're going in for B and C. Now they are enclosing Charlie between their capture of B and C, and they're gonna put pressure. But here we have C, some struggle happening on B and being retaken, and the Indian forces are actually putting a pressure on the Indonesian forces. The Indonesian team trying to get hard and capture flag D, but Indian team is also resilient to hold down D flag. Looking at Fox player 01, he's attaining the camp position here, and he's taking every infantry head that pops out. You know, he's taking all those headshots that is possible in the game. But then he's trying, and the struggle is actually putting up lots of pressure on Indonesia. Team Indonesia at one time when they were enjoying the feel of battle, they were enjoying the bleed. The things are now, they're drifting. No, I wouldn't say drifting. It's actually sailing towards in favor of Team India. The balancing out when there was difference of ticket gap of 100, it has now become only a gap of 10 or maybe less tickets. That is quite an admirable part on Team India. I see capping of flag C proved to be a very important step. Here comes another V2 and V1, my bad. Oh, it was a JB Rocket, never mind. So JB Rocket, couple of kills. Not much enemies. So suddenly I feel they're not so good after all. Anyways, the flag capping largely in favor of Team India. They're holding C, D, and E, and we see constant pressure of Team Indonesia on flag D. They want to recapture D, so I think Indian team need to recommit their resources on D at all times. Indonesian team, they're going for a D flag. Indonesia is getting a favor in their battle strategy. They're going in for holding 3 flags at the time when they are going for holding up and capturing flag D. They are struggling to hold their control over Alpha and Beta, but they are doing very well in retaliating and holding command. But the command seems to be failing at Alpha, where Alpha seems to be lost to the Indian forces. But at the same time, we see Indonesian team capturing the C flag, which is actually important for all destinations. The side flags, not too much, but the ones on the center ones like B, C, D, E, we see B, these V1s and JB rockets rolling from all directions. Every squad has these points now, and they're shooting everything they can. They're throwing everything they can on the opposite team. One nicely placed rocket of those kinds can usually turn the tides of battle in any favor. But we see a ticket count of 118 to 113. This is so amazing. I mean, we cannot say who's winning. Another rocket hits the plank, and we got 2 members are down on Indian team, and Indonesians have been consistent and precise on throwing those huge rockets, those JBs and V1s on the enemy team, and they're doing the job as expected. So here is the thing: the flag's only being overtaken by Team Indonesia. They're holding 4 flags at the moment, or at least capping 2 of them. Flag D being contested. Ticket bleed again, shifting in the favor of Team Indonesia, and they are looking so good. They're looking so good and coming back. They are coming in with full force. Meanwhile, Team C, flag C again being contested by India. I think they have realized the importance of managing and holding on flag C. They're going to give it their best to hold the flag C. Flag C being taken and held nicely by Team India. Zypher going down again. And they're struggling very hard. But the ticket count, again, going up and down, where there was a large balance observed in current times, but things are slowly again drifting up, 74 to 120, ticket bleeding in favor of Indonesia. Flag A, D, again coming back to India, and the struggle is for holding and capturing only the C point, because you see large number of forces of Team Indonesia coming in from E towards the flag Charlie, and we see large number of Indian forces being deployed from Alpha towards Charlie as well. So at least 8 to 7 to 8 people are committed on C flag for capturing it, and both teams are struggling really hard. Certain percentage in the favor of Team India, but lots of people going down. Here's a comes out N7 getting around, but Flying Superman also going down, and we have Arif Prayago going in for the fight. Look at these all number of teams. They're struggling to get C. Slowly, Team Indonesia is overwhelming the fights of Team India, and they're taking this flag pretty straightforward. They managed to kill most of the teams, most of the players from India in C flag, and they're being successful in capturing C. There you go, flag C being again captured by Indonesia. Struggle up, and the whole. If you just look at the maps right now, C, D, and E being held by Team Indonesia, and Alpha and Bravo for Team India. Even though at the time they struggled up to hold the flag for a little bit, for some time, let's say 3 or 4 or maybe 5 minutes. That not only balanced the tickets, but also gave huge tactical advantage to Team India as well. So clearly, for Indian forces, the importance of flag C is phenomenal. But I think looking at the ticket bleed, most of the team members now would have not been going in for other captures. So Alpha is being contested again. It seems like Indonesian team has high up on morales, and India is also struggling super hard to now maintaining their already flags that they have in their possession. Not gonna help them too much. The ticket lead is 70 to 16, and that at this kind of a rate, I don't think it's really possible for Team India to recover, but it's a very good job done from Team Indonesia. Their tactic, their positioning, their agility has been so strong that even despite of suffering some major losses in between the match when they lost the flag C and losing on tickets, they pushed on the flag with full zeal, and they actually got the flag back, and again securing their victory over this matchup. What a matchup, man! I think I am very, very surprised to see this kind of agility from both the teams. Both the teams have done really good job in finding this one. We have a victory in favor of Team Indonesia. Oh my goodness, what a match, Flying Officer! What a match!
It was incredible.
I have not seen this kind of excitement or intenseness in the matches before. This was huge, man. Every team, every side was coordinated. They were trying their best and doing the things they thought right. My goodness, amazing matchup. If only I could clap.
I was just watching it, and I was just enjoying the gameplay, so I was not able to contribute much in about telling what's happening, because I was excited.
I was not shutting up in the moment, man. I should have quieted down, but
No. That's the game was going at a pace, and things were changing, because in between India and, like, when we were around 500 tickets, the gap was already about 100 tickets, and then Team India coming back and then taking a lead. And like at one point in time, actually, it was very clear that India will be winning, and in the last 5 to 10 minutes, everything just changed, and that tables turned.
Apparently, flag C was the one important flag which you had to hold, because when you see we got the flags Charlie, Echo, and Delta, Team India was holding up, and when the Indonesian team held those flags, Alpha, at least the center one. So whoever held that flag turned out to be the victor ones.
But I would say Team India played really well here as well. I saw that the strategies were working in their favor at some point in time, so it was a great effort. And let's see how it turns out. Now we have Iwo Jima here.
Oh my God, Iwo Jima! Let's go.
That's one of yours and mine personal favorite, right? This map.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely, yes, sir. I love this map. They've designed it beautifully. They've made it very nice. Look at this. Anyway, so we have in Team India in the blue now, and in the Team Indonesia, and they seem to be attacking Foxtrot at the moment. So Foxtrot is the closest map to all regions. We also see 2 or 3 squadrons moving up towards Charlie, Alpha, and Beta. Meanwhile, we have lots of teams capping up an initial fight happening for the flag Foxtrot in favor of Team Indonesia. India is struggling up to get the flag back, but this is just the beginning.
And surprisingly enough, that the Indian faction took the E flag, which was not expected. I don't know what's the strategy here, but they went and captured flag E rather than going in the consecutive order of A, B, C for Indians. And now let's see how this turns out, because I'm afraid the entire faction who is capturing F, and that should be the majority of them, will go and attack and take E back again. And in the meantime, you see the Indonesians have already taken B, C, D, and F. So
let's trust the plan for now and see how it turns out.
Let's trust the plan maybe they have.
They have a plan of maybe attacking from outside. We do see 2 people, Mr. S4MO and NRK, I remember, going in for a defense. They might have a heads up on the X-Fed going for a fight. They might be retaliating. The tunnels are actually it was a very shallow area of approach, and when it's swaying here, it's very hard to survive in the tunnels, by the way. But that also happens to be the farthest point, and if you have your control of that flag, it will only mean that you can just go to any flag after that. I mean, that's the only thing I can see here.
But as we see, E is again getting back, taken back by the Indonesian faction. So I think we are going to lose E. And if holding up E was the plan, then it's not working out wonders at this point in time. But we are getting our grab back on C.
We have lost objective easy.
Getting the grab back on C.
C we are losing again.
So we have the E and F. So C, the number of flags last map was 5. Now this time we have 6 flags. And if you look at the flags, they are so widespread. Any small squadron can go anywhere and go for the catch up on the map. Yeah, so they can go for any flag. So at the moment, we see 4 flags in favor of Team India. So A, B, C, and D held by Team India. And we only see the fight happening at Alpha and Beta, where Team Indonesia is charging and attacking on Alpha, trying to get all of that sector of that flag actually. And the way if they manage to pull this off, we can be having a balance on flags, 3 on each side, which will hold up for some time. But some of the team has to go forward and capture 1 more flag just to maintain the ticket lead. See, like F is flag F Foxtrot. Flag Foxtrot seems to be in there's no struggle at Foxtrot whatsoever, right? There's not too much action happening back there. But you look at flag which is this one? Which flag is this, officer? D, flag Delta. So flag Delta seems to be look at the amount of people from the amount of forces committed by Indonesian teams on this flag. They are holding this flag a lot. We see a couple of snipers on the hills back there, and we do have some assault going in forward, and the bunker, the gun bunker, and Exodust also trying forward. Cyborg going for the kills. They are spread out. The Indian team seems to be thinning out, and we have Nick holding positions. Maybe they're going to provide spawns for their teammates. And we see one clearance fight coming in, counter-strike coming in from Fox player, and we also see Sergeant Levick holding position, but they are taking in fire from the high grounds, and they're not going to survive this long enough. Pressure building up on Delta. We do see a ticket bleed now happening on both sides equally. So we have balance of flags, A, B, C for Team India and D, E, F for Team Indonesia. And this continues to work out for all teams. And let's see which flag is going. So Team Indonesia is active enough to go and attack. They're bold enough to attack two flags together. So flag Echo and flag Foxtrot are being attacked by Team Indonesia with all the struggle. Also, they have been successful in pushing back the Indian adversaries, and they're going to go for a control for Team Echo, which is not going to be very nice for Team India. So they're going to be having a bleed soon enough, but they need to go in forward and push to get some flags back. But we do see here Echo flag is having lots of fire coming in. There seems to be a nice spread of attack coming in from Team Indonesia over to the defense against these forces. Team India is struggling hard to maintain position here. We do see a deployment of lots of snipers in this game. Actually, this is quite funny to see lots of sniper deployments. I see at least 4 to 5, maybe 7 sniper positions out of 32. 7 people are committed on snipers. That's a huge pressure on any flag. It gets hard to hold these flags at the moment. See, and given the openness of this area, so there's lots of people can come around from anywhere. Holding the flags is actually a struggle for both the teams. We do see some action coming in from Team Indonesia, and they're trying to defend up on the flags, and likely flag C is now being held up is under attack from Team Indonesia, and I think they'll be able to cover it up pretty soon. Still, the ticket lead is in favor of Team Indonesia, but looking at the fact that the flags are in balance, and the way the medics will respond to the situation by reviving their players and keeping them alive, they might be able to hold some ticket advantage here. But still, it is still 450 to it's 450 plus tickets for both of the teams, and anything to say based on tickets will be something. Oh, we see Helson on a huge cannon here. What are you? Oh, that cannon goes down. Never mind. The way I say it, just at the moment I said it. And you got support Pasha going against Jordan. Jordan GL took off on Pasha. Pasha couldn't have survived the assault from Jordan over there, taking out. And Dupinder also going down. We got X-Fade in battle with the opposition forces. Some are going for a revive. That's what you're talking about. Reviving your players with the smoke popping up. It's a good idea in the line of fire, though. NRKI, last Juju also holding up the flank right there. And around the corner from that road, Juju was able to destroy the opposition medics right in the corner. Flag struggle happening for a moment of time. We saw flag capture, flag holding for some time, but we see all the flags are now being pushed up by Team Indonesia. There's a little struggle happening on the flag Charlie, where Indian team is trying to cap for it, but I see a couple of people only. Flag Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, all in the reds, Delta, Echo, all in the reds, still being held up by Team Indonesia, and we see some action going in the tunnels. Tunnels are actually a bad place. I think there should be some points which one team should let the other team take, and there should be some which you should focus on, which is something to learn from in future battles, which is going to come. But for now, we have a balance of flags, Alpha, Charlie, and Foxtrot for Team India, and we got Bravo, Delta, Echo for Team Indonesia. They are trying their best to hold their flags. There's an occasional fire here and there, and there's an occasional attempt to take the flag, because given the vastness of this flag, of this map, this is a huge map, this is a large map, and planning any kind of strategic advance is a little difficult. And oh, there you go, the flare just popped up and is taken away. That is actually very crucial for avoiding the spots and everything. So all the teams here are trying to take a flag advantage, and most of the fights are now happening around the perimeters. The flags seem to be going on and off by both teams, but for the time being, Team Indonesia is putting up an aggressive step on all the flags from all the sides, and Team India is getting some hard issues regarding in holding those maps. See, Foxtrot, after holding a Foxtrot for a very long time, the Foxtrot flag is also being under attack. Team Indonesia overwhelming the Foxtrot. They're clearing out the bunker as we speak. And one person from Team India is holding up against 6 of Indonesian players on the previous flag that we monitored. A couple of our flying Superman giving his full support over flag on Foxtrot, trying to keep the Indonesian players away from it. But there's a little he can do, because there's the sheer number of Indonesian members forces on Foxtrot. Look at this, there are around 10 people going up against 4. Even though it looks good in movies, but realistically speaking, this kind of odds is actually in favor of there down goes Superman, and Exco taking a fire. He has been spotted enough. The sniper's coming in for his close range. Ronin coming into the sniper code, and he's gonna shoot up on there go, easily retaliating on the flag Foxtrot. And we have now seen advancing coming up from Team Indonesia over flag Echo. Flag Echo now otherwise being captured by Tunesar. Tunesar giving a hard time to Mars. Kopin Fang, huge going in for the NVC. Kudal Fang Yo's taking up a fight against and Samat coming into the retaliation. He killed Cook Flanks in retaliation, and we see Tunesar also up Golden going down. But we have Lursa trying to do he's actually mounts up a weapon, mounts up this pounder gun. I don't know what that gun is called, but he mounts up a big weapon and he tries to put pressure on the enemy. We got Renalde coming up for the Echo. Tunesar going for the flank. He's going to the trenches. Does he know the enemies around them? Maybe he thinks so, but he's holding a position. Going to the kill Sama, really get any retaliates against the Tunesar going up. Lursa manages up a fight to go and he's going for a revive. I'm not so sure, but Summer is holding the flag for now. And we also see Jordan coming up behind Summer. Summer turning up with a good response. Coming in for the revive. Tunesar is going to be revive at the same time. Alves also going to revive. This 2v2 hit this close fire combat. Summer goes down. Ronaldo goes down. And we see a great fight 2-on-2 happening. And Tune Cyborg and we see Summer taking up some nice 2-on-2 action right there. Which is a nice display of performance. And we see a large amount of Indonesian forces pushing up from the hilltop, even though they have a high ground advantage. Team India is also struggling. They're holding their grounds and they're retaliating as much as possible. So this is the beauty of this map, The flanks and routes are so much, and the beauty lies in the close combat, as we saw just right now. So far, Team Flag Charlie and Flag Echo are 1 points where teams have been holding their grounds. The flag Charlie largely being held by Team India. Seems to be a problem for Team Indonesia. At the moment, we have got 4 flags for Team India, and we have 2 flags for Team Indonesia, and I see there is an advancement happening upon Echo, and this is the balance I was talking about. If they're able to maintain this kind of distance balance, where you see Team Echo is the point of interest for Indonesia at the moment, and holding on Delta and the other one behind, so they are struggling. They are now actually kind of holding back each other, and they're not allowed to go forward. And we see the only point of interest where the Team Indonesia can press their attack on is on Echo, and this gives a very good opportunity for all the squadron leaders who are deployed on Team Echo to put some real pressure on them. As we see Monkai going in for long-range sniper fire, taking down the big guns, not going to be successful enough. There's lots of top smoking up. The visibility is very poor. Team Cyborg also, we see Tahaka coming in. Hal Jordan is going in strong in the trenches, and he's pushing them back. Meanwhile, on Foxtrot, the pictures have turned, and when there was the Indians holding the Delta flag, now we have a pounding coming in from Team Indonesia. But I think there's been retaliated. Anyway, so the flag Delta seems to be a point of interest. There is a drop, and we see a retaliation coming in from all the Indian forces, and they want the flag really, really bad. We got John Rambo, and I could see Jerry Mouse going in for the flag. I think they would be able to capture the flag. Little resistance coming in. We see Virbo then, we see Tonjokan from Team Indonesia, and we see Last Juju coming on higher ground. So they have they're planning a flank of some sort. They're going to go and give us point for their team somewhere else. But for the time being, we have NRKI Lizer going in, and Ronaldo also going in for the flag capture. Where they're on the hilltop, even though the Team Indonesian soldiers are on higher grounds, and we have John Rambo going down the trenches. This flag seems to be a constant struggle for both teams. Now they're backed up. Team Indonesia is being backed up by Ronaldo from the high grounds, and they might be successful in getting. So here comes the flares, which should give up away positions for all the Indian a resistance over there, but seems like it has failed. The struggle was quite nice, but in time it failed, and Team Indonesia won that battle and got that flag for themselves. Alpha target also in favor of Team Indonesia right now. So Team Indonesia and Team India holding equal number of flags. Alpha, Delta, and Echo for Team India, and we got Bravo, Charlie, and Foxtrot for Team. My bad. Alpha, Delta, and Echo for Team Indonesia, and Bravo, Charlie, and Foxtrot for Team India. Tune Cyborg and Health. We see one Boogeyman, Sergeant Levick, holding their grounds, and we also see Renaissance, Flying Golden Eye in the defensive positions here. We see Hard Stone and Mr. SM4, I think, coming in for a flank. Also a fight happening at Alpha. Alpha seems to be in trouble. Lursa is the only one left here, and we see, I don't think, the team doesn't realize he's there. My goodness, this is a very good opportunity for Lursa. Somehow he has slipped past by the team. He might be able to spawn his squad mates back there, and if you check out the kill feed. So even though they thought they managed on Dash Squadron, but they just managed to clear out on Alpha. But Lursa might be able to spawn a huge full squadron over there. So he's capping it alone. I don't know if his squadron is going to follow up, but I think Lursa should be able to cap up. He has the full advantage here. Nobody knows it, but now John Rambo coming back for flag. Alpha, he sees it. Maybe he goes for it and captures it. We see Backstrat coming in for a defensive because there's only one person here. It's hard to find. He's looking for Lursa over there. Can Lursa be found here? I don't know. He's one-on-one. Lursa taking down on B-Strat. So Strat could not help it going in through, but also coming in flying havoc. Is he going to find out? Lursa holding the ground. So it's countering fire. There's only one. She's got solo person flying them, but no. How long can a solo person last against the entire squad? I mean, this is so amazing. He's a brave soul, and Lursa is a brave soul. Holding the flag that long against so many enemies is commendable. That's a brilliant job done. But had he a support from his squad mates, if some people spawn, if his squad spawn on him, then maybe things would have been difficult. But so far, Alpha, Bravo, Delta, and Foxtrot being held by Team India, and we got Charlie and Echo being held by Team Indonesia. From the previous matches, it's just the same picture again, even though the flag favor goes in the favor of India, but still, if you look at the ticket bleed, it is always the similar picture. You know, we see tickets of Indonesian team on the higher side than on as compared to the tickets which are lower on the Indian team side. So it's apparently because of most likely because of the revives that are going to happen. We're losing more than we are reviving, so that might be the only thing that we can think of. But still, commendable action coming up from both teams. The flags are going back and forth. All flags are being attacked all times, and we see Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and Echo under semi-control from Team Indonesia. They're holding it back. Flag Alpha again being attacked by Indian forces, and they're determined to take it back for themselves, which is quite easy at this moment. Retaken, Alpha flag taken back, and all the forces are spread out equally all around the map, and I'm not really sure how things are going to be for both of the teams. But if you just see the flag Echo, as always, is again the point of interest for both teams, because given the positioning of their bases, which is kind of weird in this map, points like Echo is the one which is strategically important to both the sides, you know, and as it's strategically important, that is directly proportional to the kind of resistance it's going to get. Anybody holding the flag is going to get resistance because of the sheer importance of the strategical placement of that flag, by the way. Anyway, so we have a rotation coming from N7. We got Game Boy, Superman, and Xcode coming in from the flanks on Foxtrot. We got a bazooka spawn. I think that was a bazooka fire, something that it looks like a bazooka. Anyway, Superman going in all in, and he's solo attacking Trishan Yoga going in against Superman. And we also see a large fight happening on defense of Echo. We got people on the hill, NRK02 Cindiana, and we got X-Till going in for full-fledged attack from higher grounds on the gun placements, and they might be able to capture one on the scoreboard. Some are still holding top rank. On the other side, we have NRKI member holding the top ranks back there. The fire is not stopping. Everybody is constantly moving around here and there, and there's little chance whatsoever to see. Did this freeze for me? Oh, I think it froze for me. Officer?
Yep, I think the game has crashed. I think like let's see if
Oh,
Cloud you can get into it again and
oh my
have it
goodness. Let's
back
just hope there
live
is
for us
no
because
that bug thing doesn't happen again.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, sheesh. This is shish kebab. Anyways, I mean, that was such an intense battle happening. That was so intense battle happening. Team Indonesia and Team India are so resilient towards each other. They are like taking back and forth these flags one after the other. Oh my, what a matchup. What a matchup. You were absolutely right, officer, when you said that the matchup of 32 versus 32 is so chaotic, and finding strategy in midst of this kind of combat. Oh man, it's totally a different ball game. It's totally a completely different ball game whatsoever. Now let's just hope that we are able to get back into the action. That's what we want. How many viewers do we have, by the way? How many people are watching?
Yeah, there were about 14 or 15 of them. Now we
Oh,
have 10.
wonderful.
Now we have 10. So folks
Oh,
here,
cool.
like just hold on tight. Like we are just getting back into the game. It was at an interesting stage where it got this technical glitch. Let's see if we can get back to the game, and by the time, hopefully, it's not over.
No, I'm pretty sure there must be enough tickets. My more concern is that we get into the game. That's more important. Well, are we back? I think we're back. Hopefully.
Let's see.
Says Iwo Jima.
Thank God actually because there was a bug previously where once you get out, you cannot get back in because it's full. But now hopefully it's fixed. Let's see.
Oh, we're in. Let's go.
And look what has happened here. I think something drastic has happened.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
It's Blue Team India. And
Yeah, it was previously. It was previously Team India. Yeah, it still is. We see lots of. Oh my goodness, how happened? I think. Yeah, please carry on, flying officer.
Dana, please, it's all yours. I think this action and this time actually it needs the pace and the energy that you have, sir. So please take over and
Oh my goodness, look at this Fox Echo being overwhelmed by Indonesian forces. We see at this part of at this stage of the game, V2s and JB2s now flowing in, getting all the instances, but Team India is holding their grounds on all flags. Charlie under attack, Echo under attack, multiple like Foxtrot under attack. Lots of resistance coming in from Indian forces. I don't know, for some reason got disconnected. The ticket has balanced out in favor of Team India and still is in the favor of Team India. They have learned their lessons, it seems. Now they're holding their grounds. All the flags have been countered. Even though now you see Team Indonesia has more flags, but the ticket bleed is actually in favor of Team India. I do not know how this has happened, but it seems like both of the teams have learned. There's another JP2 falling. See any kills in the feed, which is kind of a waste. I don't know how it works, but Team Charlie, all controlled by Team Asia, they are from a long distance over to the flying. I don't see much of sniper deployment. In fact, Foxtrot also in control of Indonesia, and we see 36, 34, another V1 coming in, and there's gonna be lots of kills. Oh my goodness! KI Force of Rock claiming from Habib Zakir. From Habib Zakir, we got lots of KI rocket kills coming. That can be a little dangerous for Team India at the moment. Ticket bleeding going against back and forth. This round is much closer, as compared to previous rounds that we have seen. And even though the flags are now actually balanced out, the tickets are balanced out. 22, 24. It's a very close track. 20 each. Oh my God!
let's see. Where this
oh my God! This is a very close call. Everybody should know that rocket coming in. And he's gonna take up someone. He's gonna hit someone. The chaos are taking up 2 players. Kill coming in. I think Echo Flag is still taking pounding, but we also have people coming in from the southern side and the holding up on the flags. Meanwhile, Indonesian team is pressing as hard as they can to get the flag. 6 to 9. Oh my goodness, 5 to 8. What is this? What is happening? This isn't it. Oh, 3 to 7, 2 to 6. What is the JP Rocket coming in? RKI Rocket in this case. 1 5 3 0. Oh my God!
That was
fantastic. Never seen this close a match of 0-3 tickets. I wouldn't call it a single side victory, man. This was commendable for both sides, man. 0-3. Look at this.
missed by inches.
Missed
And
by- Oh my goodness, this is so fascinating. My Lord, seriously, it's beautiful. Never seen such an action before.
it was a commendable
close
effort
call.
from both the teams. And the thing is, in
Yeah.
the last minute, like not losing
And-
your hopes, right? And
I think we should disconnect more often. You know, if it gets the ticket balanced right, we should disconnect more often.
because God knows what happened during those mysterious moments. Like,
Yeah.
because I think the difference was huge, and Indonesia was already like overpowering the Indian faction, and they were having their
Correct.
hold on flags. They were having a higher ticket count. They had everything that they needed for this victory, which they actually won. But then during that disconnection moment, I don't know what happened.
No, but whatever happened, it was good fun for every team.
Yep.
What a matchup. All right, so is this the last map on the rotation?
Well, let me confirm that.
Yeah, we played 3 maps, I think. So we played El March, then we played Devastation, and then we played Iwo Jima. Aras should be the last. There are 4 maps, right? You said.
Yeah, there are 5. There are 5 actually.
Oh, there are 5 actually. Which is the
There are
5th one?
5. There will be a Pacific Storm after this.
Oh, the Pacific Storm. Yes. Ah, what a beauty.
That
This
was
map
like
is
really.
so beautiful. Oh man. Oh, I see one map which is gonna be flexed combat now. Echo, Bravo. All right, so we have Team Indonesia on the blue corner, and we have Team India in the red corner this time. All advancing towards 6 flags again, spread out equally. D, Echo, Foxtrot. Can we have a higher up view from the entire map, sir? Thank you so much. We have Echo in the middle, Alpha spread out, Delta, Bravo. It's kind of a circle. It's kind of a circular thing, and one flag is Echo. So it's going to be a fight for Echo. Meanwhile, all flanks coming in from the other sides. That's beautiful. This is nice. So we see some flanking happening from small squadrons going in for the outer rim flags, but the inner rim, they're already struggling for the inner rim. So far, the Echo flag is in control by Team India, who's in the red corner, and Team Indonesia going in for the Echo, and the fight has already happened. Oh, I do see vehicles. Vehicles were... Are there tanks? Are there tanks?
No, we don't have tanks in this game, but I'm sure that would be some
What
sort
is
of
that?
transport vehicle.
Okay, I'm not so sure because I'm not so well versed with the vehicles in this game. I'm fairly new. Yeah, so if they're transports, fine, and then the transports are actually way inside the battle. If they're doing something over there, it's a good job. All right, so we see Levick and holding up on flag. Which one was it? Flag Foxtrot, and Foxtrot having in control of under a team in Team India. They're being attacked by Team Indonesia, and Defender going strong against for that. But Echo, as much as in control of Team Indonesia, Indian team is going for a recapture of this flag. But Team Indonesia is very easily spread out all around the buildings they have captured. And given the point that the destruction of buildings is not that much because of the absence of vehicles, so buildings in this map would provide us very solid garrisons for large amount of forces. We have an outer fight coming in between Indonesia and our John. We got Ronin and he's taken down by things. Why are we even fighting in this place? What is going on? Any flow going in for the fire against the... What's the objective here? Is there any flag here? Because I don't see any flag here. Never mind. It was a hunt. I think it was a hunt for. It was a hunt for spawn points. It was a hunt for spawn points. Yeah, that is a good point for having a spawn base. You know. Oh, we have a daring flank coming. Who is this? This is Mr. S. Oh, man, I've seen this man, man. This man is daring. He does the flank, man. My commendations goes to Mr. Samo. I'm pretty sure his name is Samo. Is the way he's written it. It's Samo. So Mr. Samo, I've seen him flanking to these places where other people have not gone for, and he seems to be doing a super job. Mounting on a turret, he's gonna create some problem over there, man. And if see, he's on the turret and is pounding up on everybody. Mr. Samo getting on the video for Mr. Foxtrot in control of Indonesia. Team Indonesia is simply, they're just pushing Team India backward from Foxtrot so easily. In the meantime, we have some Charlie controlling it from Team India. They are resilient on control this, but I think our forces, both of the forces from Indonesia as well as Team India, they should be focusing on the flag, which is Echo, because outer rim flanks, they're going to be coming and going all the time. Echo control is vital in this kind of a flag matchup, and we do see a concentration of Indian forces over flag Bravo. There's a flare pop-up as well. It's a red flare, so it means all the Indonesian players are being spotted at the moment, and they're easily reflecting the push. They're easily reflecting any resistance here. Team Echo, the flag Echo again coming in possession of Team India, and you see a large focus of let's say it's a whole platoon coming in and circling from Foxtrot towards Charlie, and now they're focusing upon Bravo and eventually going off Echo. So we see Indian team redeployment near these flags as defense. And in the meantime, we have equal strength of force and Ashoka on flag Delta, easily and nicely spread out flags. The forces spread out across the countries, and we have Indonesian team holding the flag pretty well. But we also see Team India pressing up and going in for the capture here. We do see Lazare in the corner. He's just maybe waiting for his team members to spawn. But if he gets the spawn done, then he's able to get some things. But yeah, we have a Delta flag coming in favor of Team India, which is good for them. The perimeter maps all in circular motion, like the whole platoons are moving together. If you look at this concentration, like just as anticipated, so they move from Charlie towards Echo, Charlie towards Bravo, and now they are moving towards Echo. This is a huge. They're moving like a ocean wave. Did you see that flying off? So they're moving together like an ocean wave. Flag after flag and flag after flag, and they are definitely meeting their resistance as well. Team India has, I think, gotten their fortifications strong, and they're struggling. Not struggling. They're actually fending off pretty well. But this seems to be like ocean. See, that Echo point is of interest for everybody. It all comes down to Echo when the teams are fighting among each other, which is kind of a nice thing. What do you think is the overall strategy for Team Indonesia? I'm going to be quiet for some time, Flag Officer.
I currently just see that the overall strategy for India also, as well as Indonesia. Indonesia was already holding, not only just capturing the flag, but also holding them well. And the Indian faction has learned its lessons during the game, I would say. We went to the first map, the Devastation, and then the third map, as we saw, they started holding on to flags and they came back into the game. Over here also, I think the strategy would be holding on to the flags more than just capping and then losing them in a few seconds. So that's coming out really well. I see Team Indonesian is very particular about not allowing this flares to pop up. If you see a flare pop up, they will immediately shoot it out, because they probably have a watch on it. They have some folks having a watch that if you see a flare, just I don't see any flares which are from the Team Blue, which is the Indonesian faction, remaining for a longer time in the air. So they're not allowing their folks to get spotted. And flanking, if you see Mars, right? These guys are just using E's and going into the flag. F is of particular interest here because it's quite away from the other part of the battle. It's not very close by to the other flags. And mostly what happens is that one team which holds it, it keeps on holding it for a longer period of time, but that's not the case here. Continuously, different factions are coming in and flanking it. I don't see Indonesians allowing any flag to be captured by Team India for a longer time, or the other way around, that the Indian team is not retaining the flags for a longer period of time.
Yeah, I think so. It is moving like an ocean wave. It's going here and there all together. But I still believe that if they hold on to Echo, any team holding on to Echo will have eventual advantage. Because these outer flanks, they're hard to defend. Let's face the truth, right? These flags are very open. Like even a small squadron of snipers can take out the entire flag. There's hardly any space to take cover. But I see large commitment of resources on the outer flags.
Absolutely, and as I said, the F flag, which is like in the totally outskirts of it, it again got taken over by the Indonesian faction. It was a couple of seconds ago. It was by the Indian faction. This is not very common actually, especially this map. I haven't seen like F being of primary interest in this map because it's totally in open, and as you said, one sniper is good enough. But what I have seen also is that there is a tower near the church where mostly the snipers, it's a sniper's hideout place, and these guys have broken it in the start of the map itself, so it's no more there.
Okay.
See, so mostly the snipers will hide out here, but they broke it. The match started in a few minutes. In the first minute itself, it was taken off. The folks who are playing, actually, they are quite aware of what happens and what are the places which snipers exploit. Can become a sniper's delight for flags like F.
Oh, I'd like to see how this flank is going to happen. Samarth on his vehicle is rushing in. Going for the full coverage. Oh my goodness. I think the guys are starting to enjoy this game now.
Yeah.
Full on smoke. Above that, I'm also seeing lots of smoke. Like the amount of smoke is more than as compared to the previous rounds, Or maybe it is the topography of the map. Maybe it is an open area. That's why more smokes are popping up. But I personally feel that the amount of smokes pushes are happening more in this particular matchup. All right, Don and Zumi holding on position on flag Alpha. They're going for the Haka, not making things difficult. Pasha going in full fight on Nizumi. Having a hard time holding the flag. We have also in the corner we got Mars. Mars size giving it a spawn point. Mars going up against Andy. Andy taken down. Mars in action. Fox player is going to go. No, Fox retaliating swiftly against the fire. And there is also revive coming. It's actually very useful at the in the time we have Pinder Nagaji. Pinder Nagaji was going in for the capture of D, and D seems to be totally defenseless here. So the flags D is going to be captured in momentarily, and we see a huge wave of team forces coming up against the flag of flag Alpha back there. Also, this house seems to be of interest where Flying Superman is trying to vacate and check out these houses. Is any presence holding on to Echo flag. Team Indonesia is doing a great job in maintaining those tickets around. If you look at the ticket lead at this point of time, there's not much difference. It is 481 to 468, which is actually not too much, Oh my goodness. This is such a crazy matchup. But I'm still trying to understand which is the most important workflow for teams around the corner, because if you see Alpha, if you see Bravo, again being on the corners map, they are look at how Indonesian team is swarming up a map, just gobbling. That any Indian players, they're just like eating them up, something like that, and they just come out of it. It's like a swarm, man. And look at see Superman retreating, and Echo being held by and attacked by a team. Levick and the Superman also doing a good job, and we see team flag hold. Oh my god, look at the number of players committed to flag Echo. This is something nice I want to see. Meanwhile they're holding up on flag Charlie, which is also an upper skirt for Renaissance. Is holding up on the flags. We got Mars coming in for full fire attack cover. One boogeyman coming, one boogeyman taking cover from enemy fire and tank, but couldn't make it. We got Nick Kickass 007 going for a stealth tactic. He might have been allowed for a spawn, but it doesn't matter. What was the guy? Didn't spot him. He was too close to him. He didn't spot him. The other guys also didn't even see him. We got Mr. Samo. Mr. Samo has been taken down by Nick. He's taking out everyone. What a stealth approach this is. Oh my goodness, what a flow of battle. He single-handedly took out 3 players. Everybody was searching for him. The way he took out, man, that is some real stealth play coming in, man. Oh, there was stealth play. He was like a snake, man, biting everyone who's passing by. Bite this, bite that. Everyone biting off, What a great play from Nick, man. That's an amazing thing. And we have Hal Jordan and Dupinder going in for a fight. There's a flank coming in from Meow Meow and Ecstasy coming around the trenches. And we also see Flying Killer taking a defensive position behind a fallen vehicle. Mr. Samo taking up a fight, and Skajal Going over revived Samo behind them. So a lot of these vehicles are providing good cover position. But again, like I said, so the flanks are too much. People can be taken out from everywhere. Flying Killer could not hold that position for too long. And still, Echo seems to be a flag of interest, which is now in the capture of Team India. But Team India seems to be low on flags. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta in possession of Team Indonesia. And Flag and Foxtrot also coming in for Team Indonesia, while Team Echo, so not Team Echo, Team India holding on the Echo flag. We see some base spawns and going in for Flag Delta. And we also see some transport action spreading about the Haka going in for transport flank. Maybe he's going to stop up. No, but they seem to be going in for the flanks of all the outskirt flags. You know, Dhaka, flag D coming in for Team Indonesia. There's an engineer. Oh, he's an engineer. What does an engineer do? What does an engineer have? C4? What does he have? I don't know. But we got a flag D coming in from, they're being snatched up from Team Indonesia. Team India, lots of resources deployed on flag Delta, but this also means that lots of forces will be retreated from the flag Echo, which obviously Team Indonesia has taken advantage of the situation. They are committing lots of resources to the flag Echo, and flag Echo has been retaken by Team Indonesia. That's a very good strategic advantage for Team Indonesia. Lots of fire coming in the open. Being this map largely in the fields, these open fields provide lots of easy movement, but at the same time the visibility is also very good for the enemy, so they can be taken out. So stealth approach, probably some smoke paths or something like that. So if they're able to deploy some smokes, can be used as a cover. But we see some action happening between Team India and Indonesia. We'll see Virbo then going in for full fight against the flag, and they're going to take over, and they're going to fight up against a squadron which is Meow Meow and so Ronaldo, Vibogan, and Habib Security all left alone to capture the flag. Meanwhile, the other ones going forward. We have a recap coming in from Team India, flying Alpha and flying Havoc, retaking the flag. Levik also joining in the squadron for the quick capture. While we see a difference of strategy here, where the Team Indonesia is actually leaving one person behind to cap the flag, and the rest of the squad moves up. Indian teams are strategizing on collective effort. They want the flag to be quickly taken up and move to the next strategy. Both of these strategies are sound, because as soon as the whole squadron takes up the flag, they can move, then relocate to a better position and better support their team. But here we see a huge wave of Indonesian players coming up on Echo, so they're determined to take the Echo flag. Look at them swarming on Echo. They're slowly, drifting. They're just pushing away. Two Sorberg against the four people up here. Fate going down. Summer going down. Two Star Cyber still in the combat. Jerry Mouse trying hard to resist. Jerry Mouse gone down. Two Sorberg gone down. Man, they have just simply, they're like an ocean wave, and not even a single wooden plank can stay in front of them. Just throwing them away. In the meantime, we have Team India forces deployed on flag Foxtrot, and they're gonna take this one. Not much resistance to be dealt with here. We got Virbodan but he's not going to make it. We got Habib also hiding in the flanks, not able to see. Habib is still there, I think. He's not being spotted yet by any one of them. He still lies there, but nobody will be able to. Lasir in the distance, also trying to give some cover, but he's been under attack, so he's going to be forced to turn back. We got Renaissance going in for Renaissance, not so careful looking at the, but he's been backstabbed by Renaissance over the flag. Still in capture progress. Still the flag capping is going on. Not so sure if there's still any member of Indonesian team left, but the flag is going to come for Team India's possession. Going for a revive. We have a revive coming by Nick Kickass. Nick Kickass has done a good job. Nasir carefully hiding in there. Is he going to spot some people? There are lots of people around him. Is he going to see him? He's hiding there. He's going to pop up, and Nick X is going to go there. There's still demolition happening. The whole structure fell down on Nick. Nick has been exposed and he's been taken down. That's bad luck for Nick back there. We got the revive coming in from Sergeant Levick. He's going in for lots of revives. It's really helpful. He says Dupinder going in for Renaissance. Renaissance taking a hit back. Levick, the wave has now focused upon all the reinforcements coming in down from Team Indonesia. There are at least 10 people committing themselves on the flank, and we have one member running back, a backstrat going in for the fight. He's back again into the fields, but he's not going to be surviving this one. Charlie flag completely empty. We got Alpha flag members of trucks, and we got flag Echo in control of Indian team, which is kind of fine, because right now we see the entire ocean wave of Indonesian players on focusing on Team Foxtrot, and once they commit to a flag, they just grab it, But this strategy, even though it is nice, but I don't really approve of the ocean wave strategy because, even though it gets you a flag, but it also leaves you open on many other fronts. Then you need to commit your resources well on this one. If you see on this matchup, Team India has committed them, quite fairly balanced over the places. So this whole town in the middle of this map, they are being covered up. You see Flying Havoc and Game Boys and other ones in the squadrons are going in for holding on the southern side of the town, while in the meantime north and south are being also separated and held up. But we see the ocean wave coming in for the other what do you call the side part of the town? What is that? But Ecstasy going in for the fight, killing down some people, and we got Fly Captain also going down. We got Kickass holding the position as much as he can. He sees Dupinder, he's going to take out a fight from Dupinder. Dupinder takes a backstab. Minamir also going in for, and Lazier from the top-down approach killed Nick from the higher ground. But that was only a matter of fact. I mean, there was nothing much Nick could do over there. But we also see now a big push coming up on Echo. We see two huge waves colliding with each other. There is Ocean India, and we got Ocean Indonesia going to collide on the flag Echo. What's going to happen? We see Team India going down like flies. They need to be revived up. We're going to push them in. Lots of the other reinforcements are converging. All the Echo comms have been said that all the reinforcements are needed on Echo. They're losing the flag fast. Kajal, Jordan, all garrisoned well. Xcode could not live up to the fight. He's still going down and he's waiting for a revive, but I don't think he's going to be revived anywhere else. But Echo is going to be captured. The full squadron from Skajal, Hal Jordan, Magar, Hiroshima, and Mars, they're taking up this flag pretty well and nicely. In the meantime, Asian team is now forcing up. We got the reinforcement. Monkey, Flying Alpha, coming in strong. Fire Havoc with a revolver in his hand. They got to shoot. Is he going to throw them? No, he did not take the thrower back. We got a retaliation coming from Team Indonesia. I don't know how Team India is going to hold this flank back, but the battle at Echo, this game is all about the Battle of Echo, man. We should name this map as a Battle of Echo map, whatever. But X-Fate also taking up for the flights going for North. Sees the enemy soldiers taking some fire here and trying for the save. Lots of enemy position coming up. There's at least 4 versus 1 situation here. I think he managed to hit some of them, but that was not enough. Team Echo seems to be a soft spot. Ticket-wise speaking, we got Team India on 247 and Team Indonesia winning by 293. Still, the hold-up is strong. Team Indonesia doing their best to maintain the ocean wave strategy, which is actually working for them. And wherever they go, they just take the flag. I mean, I've not seen a single instance where they have gone to and they've not taken a flag as an ocean. But so has been seen from Indian team as well. When they commit their forces on one flag, they seem to take it back. You see fighting, Vidon, but the sheer number of people is overwhelming when the Zoomy back there. And so Alpha being in control of Team India, then we have Exodus. Now they're falling towards the Echo map from the southern side of the town. X-Fate with his squadron and Game Boys, everyone, they're pushing it back. But I'm not so sure if that's going to be enough because the number they're clearly outnumbered by sheer forces of Team Indonesia committed on Echo flag. I think they're not planning to move anywhere else at the moment. But if you see this clearly, they are holding up on Echo. But we see some movement at the time being flag Bravo under attack from Team Indonesia, and they're hurling up everything. They're just throwing up everything they can on Team India right now. NRKI Lazier going for a long shot. Is he a sniper? No, it looks like an assault guy. No, support. He's a support character. What is he doing, by the way? Oh, he's supporting from long range. That's amazing. I'm pretty sure he's planning some kind of a flank around to flank some long distance map or something. Yeah, maybe he's the commander. He's going to get them. Have some fire? No, but we got some counter fire coming in from opposition. It's hard to see who killed you, but man, that was some good thing going on. Maybe I don't know what that was, but there was some outskirts action having. The main action still goes around the Echo, where both forces are committed to take the flag, which is extremely important. If you look at the flag structure, 5 flags are in possession of Team Indonesia and only 1 flag in possession. Now Echo also seems to be coming in for the position of Team India, which should be okay, but still looking at the ticket count, I don't think it's not going to do wonders. But we have come to see across some great strategy and some great display of force from both the sides. Once the entire force commits to go for a flag, they take it. Just see right now in front of your eyes when the flags are now falling in favor of for Team India. Alpha, Charlie, Delta, Echo, all coming in for India, and Team Indonesia falling off off short to defend their flags. I mean, of course, that is going to be the possible case because the flags are placed in such a manner they're outside of the town, and it's very difficult. There comes a V2 rocket coming for a large hit, but we got finally. So we said Bros ID taking 2 kills on Jerry Mouse and one other. A V2 rocket commitment for a small flag. That was some commitment, man. So anyways, going in for flag echo again in the action, and we can see large platoon. It's an entire platoon of Indonesia coming in for fight at here. We don't see another JB rocket coming in so strong. I think it's going for the flag echo. If we spot this thing, this is gonna cause massive destruction if we fall through it. And it strikes in the middle of the thing, and lots of people going down. Oh my goodness, Rinaldi has taken out so many people with that JB rocket. What a show of force back there. I don't see any Indian forces deployed on flag echo except for Monkai, who's fighting strong and hard to keep his alive. Revives up his teammates, revives another teammate, going for the fraggy. Is he going to revive him? He's under fire. Cannot revive fraggy at the moment. That was one beautiful rocket from Renidal over there. Renidal, I think that was the name. My bad if I say it wrong, but that was one beautiful rocket. We took out the entire squadron garrison in that building. That was one purge on that building, man. Look at that purge coming from that rocket coming on. Anyways, so we see a platoon of Indian soldiers surrounded by Indonesian soldiers. We have a group of Indian deployment. There was a beat rocket coming in, and this time it does not attract many kills, I think 1 or twice, but that was a widespread region. It clearly is in such a position, this game has come in such a position that the squadrons have accumulated points to deploy heavy assets like rockets and everything, which can change the tide of war at any time, at any point of time. So, given the situations, look at this. This is interesting. While we were seeing an ocean flow strategy coming in from Team Indonesia, they seem to be spread out now, and we might be seeing a change of strategy here where people are now more spread out. We see Team India going in cluster for the flag Charlie, which is okay. Flying Capitan also spotting on Pam Rivet Master. Pam Rivet Master going in straight head up fight with Capitan. Capitan might have spotted him back. They're going to be for a fight. I can't see in the trees. Capitan going down with a full blood, and I think he took down by a revolver. Oh, this is sniper. So we have a sniper core coming in from Rivet Master being taken down again. That was, I think, a spot team, a combination of sniper and spotter just to assess the situation on PC, but they were simply overwhelmed. We have Veer Boden capping up on flag Delta with the squadron. Ecstasy FPS also trying to hold it back, but they're not going to do this. They cannot hold this forever. We see Xcode retreating on the flag, and we have a cover from Meow Meow, I think. Yeah, Meow Meow. He's going to go for, but Veerdan and Skajal are holding the position right and strong. There's a revive coming in from Backstrat. BF India community is going in for the fight up. They're putting up strong fight against Skajal is going down. Flag Delta is being retaken by was that a headshot? I think that was a headshot. No, maybe that was this one. I don't know. I think that. But revolver headshot was so satisfying. I have got to say, headshot revolvers are super satisfying, man. Anyway, so we just saw a strong display of force by a small squadron of Indian forces back there taking out the Delta flag. Meanwhile, Team Indonesia is holding up on the barn back there, but the barn seems to be inefficient. In the meantime, we also have a display of force shown from Team Indonesia on the other flag, where they're just dropping another V1 rocket coming in. This time, I don't know who's coming in for, but there's another rocket dropping on, falling on the ground, and Flying Heaven finds some kills. That should do some tricks for Team. That should be helpful for Team India, to be really honest, because that found some around 4, maybe 3 kills. So it should get them some advantage in getting over and firing up. Another rocket coming in. There are so many rockets coming in. I don't know what this rocket is probably coming in from Team Indonesia. It's going to hit the barn. Is he going to hit for the flower? He's straight returning, and there's going to be lots of casualties. V1 rocket from again. It was Ronin finding at least 5 kills. The entire building was purged. Another rockets coming in. The rockets everywhere. Everyone's rocking. And there we see Sergeant Levy coming in with at least 7 kills. Oh my goodness! The entire squadron or the entire unit over there got wiped out. And we're seeing Alpha, Cold Fusion, and Flying Killer going in for the secure of the map, but in the meantime, we have reinforcements coming from Team Indonesia, and they are holding the flag back. I'm not so sure if Team India is gonna grab that flag too much longer. I see another rocket coming in. Not so sure who called it, but it looks like it's gonna find its prey pretty soon. Dropping up short, but it's gonna largely miss. Yeah, it's gonna be a large miss. Not that huge, but I think that was more of a preemptive strike. And just to catch up, another rocket coming in strong. It's gonna be straight at the flag and find its kill. Cypher coming in with strong kills, but even though they were good kills, but since there is absence of players on the immediate flag control, so that did not prove to be extremely useful. But so what? Even the ticket count now, it goes still in favor of Team Indonesia, winning largely by 50 tickets, which is okay, which is actually another V1 rocket coming in. So this is going to be a shower of rockets coming in. Number one, oh my, Kiki BF5 Swum taking up at least 7 people, or 5 at least. I'm not so sure, but 5 minimum players being taken down by that amazing rocket coming in. So there are rocket strikes happening everywhere. All the buildings are being leveled down now. Everybody is focused away from the side of flags. They're focused on the Echo flag, which is being held. We have a Bravo flag in possession of Team India, which is being there in possession, which has been in their possession for a long time, allowing them to constantly attack flag Echo. But given the situation and the ticket lead left with 4 tickets, I think the outcome is already clear. Team India also providing good good push against the resistance, but Team India has been having a hard time in getting the flags up and running. But Team Indonesia, with their ocean strategy, at the same time, they have been struggling enough for the flags. They've been moving here and there, but they have been successful in holding on the flag for Echo. In the meantime, we have seen a great push coming in from all sides. This map is largely an open map, which allows for lots of flanks and positions. And both teams have been testing out each other's strategies and learning and moving on them and living up to the plus and minus of each team. And just with 3 tickets left, they're going for a flag capture. They would get it, but it was a good fight. It's going to help them. Just 1 ticket left, and we see nice victory coming in for Team Indonesia. And RKI Bros ID on the top charts, and we have Samart K on Indian top chart with a score of 21,728 and 15,657 respectively. What a matchup, Flying Officer.
Yeah, what a matchup. And it was like in the last 10 minutes, it was a shower of rockets. It was a shower of rockets, actually. So many.
Boom, V2. So what is it called? Is it a V2? Okay, I saw the I sometimes, and I saw this JB. They're called differently in different maps. This is what it is.
Yeah, I think one is for the Russian faction, maybe, and the other is from the US faction.
So each faction has their own version of the rocket.
Yeah, but not the Russian, I think the German faction, sorry. That's where,
Probably.
yep. Maybe one from the German faction and one from the US faction.
All right. Oh, this seems to be a jungle map. Is this Pacific Storm? I don't think so. This is Storm.
No, this isn't Pacific Storm. I think, yeah, this is our jungle map.
Solomon Islands.
But I also see like a lot of players not in the game. Solomon Islands, yep. This is Solomon Islands.
Oh, maybe wrong map.
Yeah.
This is a
The
brilliant
thing is, in
matchup
the
now.
last game, I thought we are gonna like lose by like about 150 or 200 tickets or more, based on how it was. But in the last some couple of minutes, the Indian faction did come back in the game, and the difference was pretty much like around 60 tickets, which was good. Which was good because I wasn't expecting this to be a narrow victory. I thought it will be like a narrow defeat. Sorry. I was expecting like we to lose like with more than like 100 tickets, but yeah.
No, at this point of time, tickets, I hardly looked at the tickets in this matchup because there was so much flanking happening. There was so much struggle for getting the flags left and right. And I was like having a hard time to even see. I mean, even our, even Flying Cloud was having a hard time to focus on one place, because there was so much action happening all over the place. Like where to see, So each squadron who were tasked to do their thing, they were doing their job beautifully. But the one thing that I saw for the team Indonesia was their ocean, the way they were maintaining, they were swarming a place together, right? And that may have worked for them for now. Yeah.
Yeah, that just may have worked for them, but
Mhm.
overall, I see that they were like quite dynamic in changing their strategies. And
Mhm.
initially, when if they were like swarming,
Mhm.
yeah, and but then it was a great show by Indonesian team as well, because I really like the way they played it out. uh, they were having a solid strategy in place, but maybe I'm sure that they must be having some of their squad leaders guiding them. They definitely have a good strategy in place. I really loved this game, especially the Indian faction has improved a lot. Like if we compare it
Mhm.
to the previous games, Indian faction has all come up way long, and the Iwo Jima match especially, which was lost by 3 decades,
Yeah.
that was a treat for eyes. Uh, every match, if you see, there was there was this ton of events. It wasn't a one-sided game. In the first 10 minutes, usually we were able to mostly predict the results of the other events that we had, but this time
Right.
around it was different. It was like very, very, very different. uh, both factions playing their strategies, changing it up, learning from their previous matches. It was really a treat to my eyes, and I'm really now. It is a mystery what happened in the Iwo Jima match in the last in that those 10 minutes. What happened? I would want
Oh,
to
yeah.
see if there is a capture of it available with some of the players. So, yep,
Maybe somebody is streaming out and we can actually see what's going
yep.
on.
So, do we like
Anyways,
cloud? Like,
I
is
think
it
there
like?
is some sort. Yeah, there's some sort of, because if you see on the Discord, all the players are in one channel.
So I think it's over now. I think we had one more match, but it's server
Probably.
crashed and
All
it's
right.
over.
Can you
Maybe
can you just confirm this? Then
I'll
we can
just
end
get a
this.
confirmation on that. I'll be back.
Okay. Thank you. Meanwhile, in the chat, whoever is watching, thank you so much for being patient enough with us. This whole arena is new for us, and Flying Officer and his crew of amazing people are trying their best to bring you the amazing Battlefield content. Um, Please feel free to share appreciation in words wherever possible. And follow us everywhere. And if you
All right,
see
I have a
people
confirmation
joining
on this.
us,
It's over.
all right, it's over. Wonderful. All right, so that wraps up our Conquest matchup between Team India and Team Indonesia. It was a event, well organized and well flown and well set by both the amazing teams who were equally amazing in participation. Um, as said, that the maps are so vivid and so wide, predicting the outcome is actually difficult. But looking at the scale of combat that we were having, 32 versus 30, every team, every squad members, they fought well. And I am really sure that all the squadron members, the squadron leaders especially, will have a lot to learn from these matchups. They would be seeing these fights again, and they would be seeing those matchups again. They will revise their strategies and, of course, improve. Because after all, these events, they provide you a chance to improve in every way possible. So I'm pretty sure for Team Indonesia, they played well. Being the victor of this friendly event, they also must have many things to learn from. So hopefully, we're gonna be having a nice time next time. Thank you so much, Flying Officer, for inviting me to this beautiful event. And I would like to thank you for everything that you are doing for the community. And I'm really happy that you are taking it forward. Thank you so much, Flying Officer, for having me in this matchup.
Yep. Thanks a lot to Steve's dad, aka Robin Gupta, and thanks a lot to Cloud for actually doing the streaming for us. And he was the person, he was the cameraman behind the scenes. So thanks a lot to Cloud, and thanks a lot to Robin sir for hosting this amazing event. Thanks a lot.
The pleasure is all mine, sir. Thank you so much. And Cloud, wonderful job, sir. Appreciate it. Oh, I think I muted him. Hang on a second. He must be saying something. Is he saying something?